over. Get today is the market day here. We want to see you in the market. From here, I'll be in the market. We want to see you in the market, at least speaking to some of these traders, maybe wholesalers and retailers. So into that, I get OG at the now that me and no the viento, me work bochi egbo and no zi egbo that me the kuku ne mia as the wadek before the day alone nyanya yaji le yi yomegbo. All right, so nemie jole akpaya mia azode akpabubu ike ekude miafe kadinya wonti. My attention has been drawn to the fact that the last time someone just called me, do you know that our lights, our street lights, are not working? So this person, at least, have tried to contact the ECG in his capacity, but we check for on his own to find out. Nuka way what can he do? So he called on the ECG because he feels that assembly tower. So ECG has directed him back to the assembly, and the assembly, going to the assembly, according to him, anyway. But I am very sure that AEKO of a General Assembly meeting and all the things you'll hear about in the first quarter, especially in this fiscal year, this issue will definitely be part. The street lights are there, will be distributed to the various assembly members via at the local electoral areas. But it's important. But AEK, the concern has gotten to me for us to talk about it. You see, sometimes this is how you do it. It's not as if we don't see, but sometimes we expect you to also come to us, either through a message. You might not know us, you might not have our contacts, personal contact, but you have the studio lines. You just send us a message, we say it, and we make the follow up. Okay, yes, I got my bell. Let me append to me. Nyape kandio mele dowa. If you make bobe egbe ogaje toto, all right. I am mele miaji them to for foul and no joalia and no get doche ono chacham alegbegbe. That could miape akadi nyawo wonti. You miape street lights so vavae miame you le go no to ape gologui akpabubuawa. Can better tell us the various areas you may hear akadio onwanyikpo. Okay, for some time now we have realized be akadio megale edowa. Alo le chichim, alo anwankaka the whole day. Edo ole gako megale ke clean. Abale ke wole no. And no more brightening as how it used to be when newly installed. Alo that it's not there at all. Alo enofimikpo gake eku. Megale vavache kono alo sometimes ndome kwe wava nkeke meya wava alo awodo choza kaka enwake eza ano jefe be ya agbese agbegbe eledo. All of this ones are issue, but the focus is on the afio hair light alo mo yo megale kadi pom le wo fe mododoju le miafe nutomo miajibe mia aho akpamao. Okay, nenem nkomao those various areas, electoral areas. Eye mia adejesiwo adadai bless suyi be nchocho ane wado the authorities wegbo from you through us to them be light or no here be ne wagbo atrogbo vice consent. So this is not the first time to many people and here be me light so many do here be akadino no moji wa oma wodara nkaka chonko na be street light. But you know one thing, every month or anytime you purchase either a postpaid you a prepaid you pay for this. So when you are paying for a service, all right, the other one will be the water company where you say at the end of the month I'll not even at all that means according to you Ome provide service now. Any service being rendered you're supposed to pay for it. Okay, on that path, if someone provide service now, you'll be render service they can now. So why are you paying for a service not rendered? So when you and I we purchase our prepaids, we pay our bills. At the end of the day, or bill me video coins video le. So when you see your bill, akpobe LG, then you be all receipts or issue now when you buy your prepaid. All of these ones, it's you and I that is taking care of them. So when we are taking care of them, the money goes to where it will go to. The next thing is for us to see that these lights are working. Manye kadio megale edowomo. I take note of that, and then we'll take you back to a development. You can umye phone lekpo let me pay a yavala yaji. So let me I get it akpamaha I heje dodoma ako avenami. So let's hear from you where the lights aren't working. Nena ananemi anya. Someone will say from Dometo Barracks. Okay, so from which side have you also noticed akpaka we ochene dejesi let me pay nu to mebe. Gado menye ya megale vava eno anyi kpo alo avo do egbe echoma wado alo asivide after a few minutes egachi asivide after a few minutes omopete if be there are few issues ikebe wa a rectify plus su be akadio ne wa awado nami nemi ape moji o ne wa ako 0247900764 yemi ape kapo jesi ikeji aten ayomile nenyebe edejesi be kadi yonyemi ape mododoji kadi o yo hia bene wa de ne wa akọ moji na mi be moji ne wa akọ ne ndesi andele ji yaten akpo anwe ayape me a ne mi a ase nko fa le mi ape wona yaji 0247900764 Bakpale 0203-766-500. Atawana mi gbeda si hanto 0203-766-500. Hello, good morning.
Sorry, though.
Yes.
Your phone.
Me for McLean.
Agwagaje.
Eje.
Medo gbona bubuto odikole agwachimi go fin tomo. Neda wonaji nyane a tu sike volvaro dabla akadia odonlo. Odonlo legbegbe. Oyi de dime. Tanya make for do gashimu an okpogbo. To fi avekwe de bada sto ha. Ya odonlo. Ta nenya na kadule mi afa mo ti le ri yo mo ko mi le nkuru mo ji now. Ye eto mi ebe disco e wo shi na mi to ba yo.
Afeduka.
Kadia no nzile ko bia ko. Nu toton. Ye ndi ya ko mi amu kwa adumale mi agbo. Ta ni da kuku na tato isiji nenya na kuku de le tafoda ko nu na nyami anya. Ntusu na na de enye nwunye. Kaka mako la do ya wo won kaka aga poto vira akpata yan agbo yen buti to a enyema
Ebe chi jona yo ganene mecho ndi ya fofo ya malo ndi ya ko
sisi la be mako mi ha mi afa mo do gavan me nya be do gu mi ha mi agbo lo leke
okay akpe for McLean bene eyomi one of the people you ke kadinya okana view for McLean me that pe mi ase wo ha on call akpa mi pe jidegbe kadi ope do akpa yi o mele edowo mlewa ne mi a adejesi o ale o dadan akonu chuchu akodo de akpa yi o hia be ne wa ado be do yi o wa awa ne mi a akpodo awo fe wo le mi pe kadinya o gbo. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sarijo.
Yeah, mommy.
Ibaga pelu baga ko vida ga do bena ko la ken o enya ke e bro ya ko chule nenya.
Okay.
Na le famille ho ni ke ni le poli megbele fi da Eli Road. Kadi ke le ni ke nyomi aba pe me le kadi ke ni ako kele moji. Ya bai kaka chole ya ba du sina ide mi akpaji kaka da Eli Road le fini lokola. Kadi melu. Bezi to ga je nuke nya be mo nya he bro le ri. Na to yo fo de he gede na fa ke me le hele nya megbedi. Nyo mi le du sina mi le vital fa tutu. E mo ke he to nya be megbele fini ba ide na pe de egbe si koko e mo gbin. Nimanyane ya chele nuke ho bome fe dodo mo. Bo efimia no be no do azanlede. Efimia kola wana program de siarele. Tama de kukube de na yebo le nkudo di fifebo nde ka be do yimele tebode. Temi no do be sa akadi penya because I don't know those ones of victim kwa zo no do ameji wa duwe. Tama de mi agbo akpemia wele dojiro.
Yo, akpekaraka oha we ele doji wele todum yo be ede kuhima egbulo na mi. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sister Jujo.
Yes.
Eko Robert Chua Gochimekpete.
All right.
Onya gbonya ekele vevire na menye miafe klinika le Kpetwe. Afina cross Toji Bridge a. Le cross bridge avo street light ikole to fumaka ve klinika. Polu chi kunchiwo edi street light ada. Polu chi omu. Ayo mu voa gakpo gbegble to ba ele eka kokojui ta na be ki kemi le fiala ne zadoa afima echo viviti ta miape momefia bubuto Alfred Kru Odikro ne jabagba ne wa awona ne cho wana manchi nemi na ba afima echo viviti ele vivide ya kwenye wikele vivire na mbe magbroto ejupo nyanchile Agochimekpete akpe.
All right. Akpe for Robert ben egede ka jinami eleke ololo woche ofe nutome kadinyao alo meton dejesi oyo ne dejesi le moyo ne zana nuto pa akpa ye ne to for some eyi de wenye ya hekpobe kadinyao ome ede ameji tututu ono anyi kpolo alome le crow ole dolo alome galeke kala. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning. Sayo.
Papa.
Okay.
Okay. Where's all?
Hello.
Yes, Miracle Miss Enko, Akogwe Jenam VA.
Yeah, director Chokpete.
All right. Miss Enko.
Kude akadi nyaonde. Apa ike for Robert na glosiare. Yare de kura smotine. Nya area kwetu lolo o nto kwetu viwe nyo. Ese medare. Ne ba tuede afeto isu kofe le fia inare amedi firehouse mojia. Te furo pete rodo vidikilo. Ne zado ne menyo ne le tefe mo pete zoa. Ne menye jidola ma te zoa. Akadi aro gble. Ego gble keke omele dowo. Ncho miape assembly member. Honorable assembly dio. Ya ba na mi ba jira do da le miape electoral area peke le peke north. Kakebe ga den keke to akadi on to kwa te manya ni no roga gble o le asimemwaje le peke bridge ajele si ya never na da sigame. Ta nya de kuku na miape mo mefia ya le si ajifia. Ya komia no ni koko pona lo ya komile tutugbe denu. Mo de si are yi ke wa to. No wa pakadi na mimi akode egwame ya be egwame na akone ajodala onu ta sinu gbegbelo wole egwame ya ne jagbagba na ni azake ya roji fo amejuro le gegegere mi adome amebobo mi nya o pe ta me susu o ta enya be te fere si are ne ko da akadi nya o ya la nya te pe nya ele fure
Okay.
ele fude nton mi de kuku mi pe nya un ne na eveliate na ko ko ne nya pe chinya o le pe tu ede edo fievo le chimenya ja kwa ma po si gbagbere ke anu le pete wa ele fude kami de kuku mi gede eji alo mi yo mi abiagbe dudo ka we le to me kude nya pe chinya o neni that is your akpe
Director Akpe Weva Wonyo Edejesi Uhimo le the land of Kente. Elemianye land of Kente like Academia no Miagbo. That's just by the way. Miss Mianko 0247900764. Miape Academia pe food de le miape nutome. akpayo mi de jesi be akadio omele kwakwa lo onu anyi kpo gake omega le yi de wenye ya mi mega esenu chochoa de ke yi ke afia be akadimama ala kadide de wana over ayi ejo gake elebe mi afe egbe ne wa adeji no ado momefia gbo enye bo odo gbo a ike anyi nyonyo nebe dodo yo katan he wo mo le wa ado nkwa dejesi be mi afe akadio le mi afe nu tome mi ame yo le polio mi ame yo le dave moji o akwa yo katan mi ekpo be mi afe cardio megale dolo kwa gbeda si o che wata one of our fanto 0203 766 500 ma didio mi agede akpa bubu hike mi agede dome no to ame mi he no chocho ede vena mi pon eike ekude gbedu do pe fudede no itepe mi va ekpo mi doje papele assembly me hilana akpa no to mame eye ale ike wona o college yin pe fudede a ena mi ese go me hello good morning
kayo nwaka
okay mi afoke ya
togodo ma pena ko akaji
okay mi se nko
akpa mako mo nko po ya mako do gbona assembly ma la nko ji mauli jetro akpo ba iba area makata adena kari fine anya po kaka assemblyman na mleori na bia obedi kari o kono de robono no dramlo arono de akomono subo assemblyman aro mo dana kari akwa gonre dokumino sasambo no kari o dram anu kari o dram la duoma kari o roku no bede no da duoma na ko na fiore no tashi asifi la duoma kaka odra kari aro no ko mata yo kata banko amoyo no kari drama so mi manaro uno kari dram yata yo banko no tashi kari ada nka ka wana yo no kari
ko la si ofifi like ayo ekebe ma a generate issue deke to mi afa ya vale jibe togodo makpa vale nazabu be assembly me la kpa ya
hello
men ko sem
hello saijo
melen ko se togodo makpa all right
saijo
hello togodo makpa melen ko sem
magogo no bere assembly man arole mo kari o kono mo de kari awo
yo
ta fi la fieri ame na zana kari ye dana kari ma je tro maoli
ya me bia o se be
anglo ko ji peto kata na nko nye sama ka ma yinya jinya ogbe kata ro ko le down le bonye tala na nko nye sama nya mata no nya gronfa hello
all right togodo bakpa belen ko sem me ho se belen ko nye sem no bia se be ne ebe ya yo amofonko e ka de jibe evidence lazy ke yakwa back if a claim mava aje aba he you know nya he de ke dadan be we va le gbogbo belo because me se pon ke gbaba bia yi na America of Edewa even at a point the former MCE enya ejego le ofe assembly meeting no do metore ka ke wa van hia be wa dicho esibe no wa dota flache na yewo de nya ke ogbolo be assembly me yilado ta flash abale ike ne gbuleta mazan onya gbe ike nyebe ozu ole kadi ojo ozu ta flash enkode ike me hia be ma ko dara ndiko be edile yapana oyo mi ache mi afa yapana jibe MC hoho agbelele fi ova hia be ne wa ado ta flash na ye wala be me gere to me na yo gbogbore ko me so na obe ole nazabure yo no be yo la kadi ejramo ta if ole claiming be you mela kadi ejramo ta flash you mela fi hele ejramo if you know anything about it then yande kudenuti and you have a proof you can prove it you have the evidence ele so clear you can just provide it to back your claim ever then they can take that person on but mima gagbole wanyebe one of those nazabubu allegations so over there's no smoke without fire gake elebe ajujo mia ne mi akponde yike afia be enya tepenya yo gbolo mi le kude wo wontia we've been hearing it not just here in this municipality other districts we hear from other people saying that this is what the assembly some of them are using the street lights for they are not using it for intended purposes, olegram and all of that. But the Comile Sem, we haven't seen. Tamia Meyo and Lemlosi. You can also buy it again from them. You know, you just want to test the waters. Ako a getaway, then you can abela nas no, so you can also buy it from them, okay, and test it. Just taste the waters and me akora a CL do alo CML do. Yakwa said a fee, and then I said we'll be going back onto the phone lines, but I think it will just be okay for us to do health, and when we are done, then we go back to the phone lines and speak to that development. So I was saying that we spoke with the assembly member. We also spoke with the that is the environmental health officer. The roadmap on Lolo for that time until this very weekend. And also try to speak with the Zoom Lion officials. But DS will be somewhere tomorrow, so we can have time to get to some of the issues. You can all other matters you so be here, and we have some reports to also bring to you whilst we take you to the papers and the portals to share with you what's happening. And once again, to end it here, I know it's on the list that you're going to buy your paste, but when you go, to be on the safer side, just, you know, stay away from the very one we are talking about, the Tasty Tom tomato enriched tomato paste there. But for now, until we have a, you know, a clearance from the FDA, the Food and Drugs Authority, clearing them of whatever irregularities and other issues you watch on one. Kemimia adere apology, which is the go ahead, but me aton aga yeji a patronize ope a product. Ike wo when you me tomato paste. Tamia penya sala yenye eyu mi okoko je mi ape ewona egome enzike mi aide la meseme no nya ogbo pata ne mi wo hemavoa mi agbo atrova eyeje dodo yo kata hele mi ase kwa mi adawde mi agbo. So let's have the health tip segments now. My guest is here from the whole polyclinic, and we'll be creating that awareness once again on breast cancer. Breastfeeding. Okay, so I have here what I've just mentioned. All right, so Vera Jijinyo will help us talk about breastfeeding this morning. Enochi Nana Evi. Okay. Wabe pete minya no jivi obedo nawe enochi dake enu ita won hia be ndi ala mesendo wala ntono waga ano mi agbo afia no mi alo aga deme na mi menye no che nana koyo ale ike mi anewa adena de vie prepe no nya me yo kata aswin akokpede pechichi no a na mi a ase. Good morning. Kuleke
mifo
akpe mi ta kwe begede mi aje ndike eye mi afa nya sala ha ole toji be wa aga ase nmedede ede ochogbo kude enunana evi
yo akpena mi afa nya sala indike mi le megale mi adume be mi afonu kude enunana avion ela be mi le enunana fe nkeke ome ke no be enona na vi nu ka onye efia pote ko be mi ana no chi dede mi a violeti wa ma de ndudu ma pede hu echi ma pede hu amachi ma i drugstore kwa va ple amachi ano de viena unless be de vie jedo ekwe ikoji doctor now amachi afi wanona.
Okay. All right. Ta neminya nenya ji de vie lako elebeno wa ade eno mene. All right. Ya meten yi ji sigbele eyi mamodi.
Ne evino ji vivo ho le dedie de vie che le dedie la enu make le adaba popo wa me black ton do me kola jemi ko de vie de nonu please sube kadodo alo bondi ano de vie pli eno do me ana chebe echiro jana de mi afan me ana be na echi ma jade dada pan me ana be hu ma gbale hu ta nehe o va jobe o me ko de vie de enonu that time ola mi ajagbagba lon please sube ne domande gble le dadan alo de vient to me le fan yo la mi akpo ugbo be one of fan ke mi akọ de vie de nonu ga ke no va jobe de vie me tout le no at that time ola jigbodan domande le dada wo na me de le ne no le veve se chela anabe no chie ma jio tamia akpogbo be veve sese manu china dada alo de man de vie do gbogbo ele so metene wa gbo la enu make ejebe mi pere de vion be wa gbo tane de vie nya le de diere dada nya le de diere kola godo anonu.
All right. The vio ta wole no le do alo nengi be jivi kwa ya ta ananu do ke leke oko tu na ope la mekpo no do alo leke oko pere ope chichi no
akpe enochi na via le noji de viela mi ope la menu komechu alo doka omechu tamaun to wonochie dada na be ope doka wa to vuvu enochie ko ijila enochi gban to de dona mi yo ne be cholesterol eyele yelo nya makpa didi etoche enochi mala minerals oleme akpoxɔnu enana ɖevie tse akpoxɔnu ɖe dɔléle dzi ana ɖevie tse be atsi ɖe nɔnɔme nyuietɔ nu tafla tse le ganugoe me nuɖuɖuwo nana la akpɔ be enuwo ɖewo sɔgbɔ akpa ta ɖevie ava nɔ obese alolo akpa gake le enotsi nana ɖevie nu la ana be ɖevie atsi ɖe nɔnɔme nyuietɔ nu ana be kadodo anɔ dada kpli ɖevie tse dome.
Okay. Ta yemi be leti adegbanto yala enochi dede jako ke ta minya be de ka vero ten domo da ike be amero glona be de vie mele no alo nochi mele dodo le no mo ya amemo de lewa wai mo de le fa be yo aten azanu go menu na de violo alo fika wa ko nochi la ana de vio be wa ano
akpe ne enochi mele vava ola ke efia be devie mele no alo wo dadala egble devie dada fide eyi kakaka vutan keke nyuna wo dadala afi wa vana no devie ne wo sigbe no chema jio mi no gbogbo you should breastfeed the baby on demand ne esie keke devie nya hie kola wo ekwene ne devie nya le no ko eno cheche ano chiji ela be ne devie le no la ele gbogbo na susu be devie le no ta eno chie ne gaji mo ta ne mele na ola eno chie ma ji na devie ko yi de ji che mi no gbogbo be ne ele no na viola gbogbo be ne no enu de capite ne voleme ape na trede evelian ne elena ne ele fimevo ega ne ele fimevo la efia be enochie echi enuome ko yi de ji che la enochie ele mama de akpa eve millionaire de be 4 milk millionaire de che be high milk dokola be afa amo no oboboji eji tola ya nye 4 milk edo metomi ko be ya to ko we ji to ta wa pogbo be ne devie no ofetela ke ekpo amenyi no fete le no me eye wa gana be enochie aji mo ko ide ji che ne ke wo dada mi choko be enye jidudu dowola le dole bank alo tefe keke matwa po ya no de enochi na develop atwa afie which is I express na express chela amede atwa no de viena on demand anytime he de vienya hie kola akpo enu chiela keka na be waji the more.
Okay. Menya nya te pekale nya mo the view aleti adegbanto ofe fodidi jilado glo na be ekpo no chemele de na the view ikebe ne yo le ndula ejina be ya weta hia be ne yoga fle ofe gomendudu ya kono kpe de vie ne wato andu no adifo nya pe no mekuko de fie be nya te pe the video le ya be ofe fodoga pe wu edo tota eno chemede efo na wa
Merekwa mele tepo eno chie na bele megbla aya enye ndudu nweto de viadu chota ke mi ojivado leti wa made ne de vienya le nuono odipo wo de via nuono de video no le alo ne de vio le nuono la wapope wa tasi nuono apa iji nukata ofe jo ofe glan la evenawe ta wa to send alo de tena ofe glan ta wa to send agbode me afi aga eji ka ke dadaro fi ube no nya to kola ke o denu le efe nu meta de vie ma no wa sume no nya no o fete no chi fete nya vole me kola godo adifo na de vie and jojo me wale gbe evie ne le nu dula ano ankume kpo ano sign do abedo bi ahondu do nene o fete is that lon kemi ke le devie kli dada do me eye ko wa me viole de defia onu we ga ke le nu kemela o wa difo naturally.
All right. Ekechenye the vie abeno eno no megren menu nyura meglobe ala ya no ache nya tepebe de vie ateno no okonu be yokode no no ga ko eno chie mele dodole egegere nu mena onya ya fufulu ko nye no mola
eleme.
Okay.
Ne dada ova jivivo hejo ye la mi fiana o leke wa le de vie pi susube no de vie ma no aya no ego menye be ne o dada bi anano viola ejebe na bubran na deme zipi alo nenye kitchen jodo pe zipi ji $9 ke jebe na ko viade egle na deme egle ke de vie pe tala ano fa bodome o fa si glome ano de vie pe petefe tane ele sigbe kola pe de vie pe fo ano fo ka ke de vie fe nuche ano fe no nuka kemi ayanto akenume no kenume sigbela o dada pobe ele nu kwie pli enu yibo pa ganto negede fe nume no le no sigbela ma se no iside ko nu ke wa se nyobe no mi no chie ya ko wa se ga kene ho dada le no na vuke le no isebe ke fiabe de vie la ya no ne menye enu chie pe mimi na be gru he se o lo ko la ke de vie la ya no.
Oh, okay. All right. That the viewer kalamede sunudo lebele nkekereka wana no alo nenye donya wi alo kpobe donya wi kone na no.
Kalamede kemelo gake choga popo de ka vado gapopo evela ejebe de viene no gapopo de kasia va gapopo eve ejebe de viene no de video la o dana lo awa globo o de vi ke ye dan lolo de vi ke lan lo dolo a dan lo kaka gapopo ene gapopo ato dada me ko de viene anyo a o menyo de video la mi ko o wona kufia ga kene nya kowe de nu onu kola wa no lo do aga no nu oche no ta namba de kemelo ga ke choga popo de ka vado evela esia ipogbo be de vie no.
Okay. Ebe no ne vole de kama pe no aga ko vele ne anya be dilata wan de jesi be eno chenya vole no de kame ike o hia be aga ko vele ne
dada anya ta ne eno chie enu oyo apobe ano pepe ka kene de vie no fete o vole mala apobe enu na no baya pepe de ke maga no no me ke fia be de vie no fete o vole me.
All right. Daiwenye nuyomia adejesi ele de viofe akpaji. Okay. Ema hofe nyamamle lakpa ike anye viviento nye de viofe akpaji mi le pokpo egbe ata. Yaga akui de menaji lao. De viofe viento hale ike oko ede ofe la meseme no nyaoji. Enu itamele waga konbubu deke akwa ko chakeno unless leti ade vovo. Uga inade de second leti ade laji.
Akpe nou ke mi tale veve de be jilana na no vienye be ɖevie kpɔna benefit alo benefit tso me wo dada tse akpɔ dukɔ tse akpɔ nu kawoe nye viɖe keke ɖevi akpɔ ɖevi atsi le nɔnɔme nyuietɔ nu manɔ dɔ lɛ kabakaba woakɔ nɔ kɔdzi yi o wo dada tse la nana as family planning gbogbo natural family planning ne nya na no ɖevie ɖe ɖoɖo nu maa yi kakakakaka ava ne le osigbe la afɔfu ne ɖe ɖoɖo tɔxɛ nyɔnu eye ne nu tsie ɖeka wòavɔ le ma ƒo akɔe ɖe velia nu ana be akpɔ time it saves time for the mother akpɔ time na ɖevi susuewo hele aƒeme alo wakɔ wɔ dɔ bubu ne eva ƒle ganugo me nu la edze be na ɖa nuɔ ne mele ɖa la ne ɖevia ada afɔdzi ɖevia nɔ dɔ le tanu mawo katã eye na dukɔ tse la dziɖuɖu ma gblẽ ga ava nɔ atike ƒle hena ɖeviwo ƒe kɔdzinɔnɔ alo akɔ va ƒle ganugo me nuwɔ ke ega kemi la akɔ wɔ enu bubu na dukɔ la.
All right, takpe. Mi edakpe ɖe numedede yi ke gava tso gbɔ aƒenɔ Vera Dzidzinyo yi ke tso ho polyclinic ye na mi numedede ku ɖe nunana vi yi ke nye breastfeeding ŋuti. Mebenya sela mexɔ se be eyo miesia woga eɖo ŋku enuwo dzi na mi yi ke miakɔ akɔkplɔ mia vi bebevi yɔ be wa anɔ lãmesẽ nyuie ŋutɔ me ekeke ne dzedzi na
akpe.
be mi apen la ole nu tu amena no dedie wano jaje la assembly acho eputo ke ade na bucha o be wa cho ano en la komchu abato ya ava mi ape hotel ala me jiro jepo pakple mi ape siu me le mi ape nu tu ame le jaje nyenye pakple dedie no no me ke obiacho en la unti do ala veve to nye bucha o si be wa jagba awode dodo veve yaji ole susu be mi ape la dubo na no dedie de le nu tu ame ke le gbe pa ne de ya vomegbe a nenye be elaunti do alade vivie to nye bucha de gaseto eye ovale elaunti do ale zongu metebe hokwala assembly akple ple ese kako ijia assembly le nyanya nami be yobu elao pakple etomenuku pe asime de titrinu eye asia adile branda gbede siade chofia jikoina eyata nenye be ele elagba gbedi be afle abe enyi egbo koklo alen alobe ele tomenuku ade abe ete agbeli makani anagote kple buwa odimla na dota titrinu le blanda gbede siade be na kponu ya ole asia dodo etoji afle obia chomi katansi be miawode kakple assembly be dodo ya wa ne wa ajeji nyue hena ehunu to amepe ngoyi kakple dedie nono akpenami.
It's the Global Morning Show. Global Morning Show. It's the Global Morning Show. Global Morning Show.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm at the point in life, if you understand me or not, misunderstand me or not, me, I'm okay. I'm okay. And if you think I'm wrong or not, long as it's what I want, me, I'm okay. I'm okay. Cause who are you to judge me like say you be holy past? I did love my life, get my peace of mind.
Waking you up every weekday morning.
Global Morning Show.
And my happiness comes first. I never come left to stress. Yeah. I be like Terminator. I dey deliver. I pass the doctor. I be like Terminator. I dey deliver. I pass the doctor. I be like Terminator.
Welcome back to the show, the morning conversation live on 105.1 from our studio here in Hoth, the Oxygen City. Join the live stream on Facebook, Global 105.1 FM. We brought you the Speak Out segment, the health tips. We're taking you to the news and views segment now. And before that, we want to take you to the market. High Sense everyday prices for everyday people. You can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So formerly Twitter, now X, and also on YouTube. Hisense is renowned for providing you a wide range of electronic appliances, including televisions, refrigerators, chest freezers, and air conditioners. They also have extensive selection of products such as laser televisions, gas cookers, washing machines, smartphones, sound systems, water dispensers, microwaves, blenders, rice cookers, kettles, irons, fryers, and many more. They are a company here in Ghana committed to quality and provide you a 5-year manufacturer defect warranty on their items. Just walk into any of their showrooms conveniently allocated across the country: Accra, Achimota, Mrahia, Bachona, Dansoman, East Legon, Kaswa, West Hills Mall, Tema, Kumasi, Takrady, Takwa, Mankesi, Mabwasi, and also they are located at Sunyani, Techiman, Kaneshi, Tamale, Hallway. So Hallway, Halabato Junction, and Koforidua. You can purchase any Hisense products at the best price available on the market. And enjoy computers. That's the era in which we are now, the era of technology and information. So we all need computers and its accessories. So if you need any of this, your computers, brand new, slightly used, or its accessories brand new and slightly used, locate the Joy Computers at KK House ground floor and buy your desktops. Core i3, i5, and i7 ranging from HP, Dell, Lenovo, and other new and slightly used headsets, external cases, desktop switch, HDMI cables, VGA cables, HDMI splitters. You also have laptops, HP, Dell, Lenovo, and others. And me here na me pay thermal receipt printer, so me pay thermal receipt paper roll which whole wo see me akpo afle toner cartridges, so black color, so which wole ekemia refill to which wole wo cat 6 network cable outdoor play indoor agba play vovo play gigi mewa me akpo katan afle the Joy Computers get OG like KK House ground floor alo ayol 0244809566 0244809566 atenwaga achiaka akele 0203 557 543. The Joy Computers, the joy of technology. So let's have this from the Supercare Specialist Medical and Whole Fertility Center before we start to take you to the various developments and the latest updates here on the show. They are accredited by HIFRA, so they provide you with children care point of view, amechichi nyenchu point of view, siya wagede Supercare Specialist Medical and Fertility Center leho. La fille akpo do yo nenye be lame egblena o evio lame egblena we nto abenchu alo nyonu ene le nyonu ope Virginia okolo fofofo nya opa paji hafi le fofofo ope nya malo fofofo yi okolo evigiji avo megbea atewon agede woji hoda do vovo awo eye wo wododo po vovo de photo yo kata ehia akpo wo lame nwe adejesi nu tutu to ele fu dem na wa agede Supercare Specialist Medical and Whole Fertility Center told you. Ohana Insurance, so a Premier Health Insurance, GAB Health Insurance, Play Metropolitan Health Insurance. Yeah. Kemiaton agede woji le Trafalgar down afike woje nkume Kings Filling Station woje nkume Kings Filling Station ya ayu ogbo nkufufui moyiji oto he fofu pele bu mamle osia wo bona emma kata bo ameyo dutuna lame alodoyo vovo specialist to ha wole osi mia ayi wapo eyi re mianu ase mia gbe eye wa wanu ike ehia be mia ko akpo lamese yo 0342 290 290 alo 0559 682 898. All right, so next is the news and views segment. Stay on as we bring you. But nemyenye akpaya lejododo awom eyi kana jibe yakọ akpede nuti oha atewon awara be mimevu okapo jese ola akpaya ota atewon anamigbeda si to 0203 766 500 eye mia ahle na mia pe todula mamleo.
It's the Global Morning Show. Global Morning Show.
All right, so let's do this one where we will share with you all the updates making headlines on the portal and the papers as well. I have Walter Akoto joining me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. We thank God for another day like this. It, of course, is a day that we need to just thank God for life. And we'll be getting to the newspapers, but before then, I just wanted to make some comments on the electricity issue you made, you put on air over the speaker out. I think that we, as the people of the Volta region and Ho particularly, the ACG needs to understand that the populations are increasing. The number of people who are residing in Ho now is increasing. And of course, we cannot still be on that old capacity that we've been using for some time now. We need to increase the capacity so that electricity, which is one of our essential commodities, can reach every home. So that we cannot be rationing it. I'm sure some towns, some places are going off and some are going on, and some are on. Some will go off, some will be on. I think that when we increase the capacity, that will be the solution for us to have a stable power supply in Hope particularly. So I think that's why my comment on the ECG issue that you raised
this morning was not about the capacity, it was the street lighting system in the municipality.
Yes, and also most of the street lights are also on the grid, and also
the issues are not as a result of capacity. They go off because they need to be replaced, or they are not there at all. And it is the duty of the assembly to fix the street lights for us in our communities.
Yes, and even concerning the street light, I think that we can also revolutionize the street lights by also introducing solar street lights, so that we can also take some capacity of some energy or stress burden on the ECG and all of that, so that we can have a stable power supply. Talking about the street lights in our community, let's think about solar system. I think that will also be a way to go for our street light to work perfectly. Right. So today, I'm sure that the newspapers are somehow delaying, but we check out some portals and see what some portals are saying before we get some of the newspapers. We tried so much to get some of them this morning, but a lot of delay. So we get to some portals here. First of all, let me just start off with Ghana Web and tell you about what is happening there. Mahama says, "Don't let me." Okay, this is a statement yesterday. "Don't let me die like Lumba, Dada KD." Gospel musician cries after starving for 3 days. It's calling on Mahama to look at his situation also and let him not die.
Why is he trying to compare his condition to Daddy Lumba's? Daddy Lumba died out of hunger.
Well, he's also trying to use this as an opportunity to bring his concern to Mahama to also help him before he dies.
Just make your humble appeal. My concern after when I was watching Saturday's vigil, I was like, okay, we still have legends living. We still have a few of them living. It might not be the same for all of them. What they have done for Daddy Lumba, DL, might not be, the same for other legends who are living. Now that they are living, we don't know they are legends unless they are gone. We must not wait until they are all gone. We still have a few of them there. Kojointry is still there. He's also an old man. When we go to the movie industry, we still have a number of them there. They are now aging. Age has catch up with them. They are having issues with their sight, with their health. And we know that their era is not the current dispensation. We always say they produce good music. Their music are timeless. We still jump to them anytime they are being played at any occasion. Not unlike the Kodoblis that this one somebody will say after 2 months is gone. We want to listen to a new one. So how best over the period have we celebrated this assets? The assets that the young ones needs to go and draw some lessons from them and add to what they are doing currently. And you realize that their blend will be so unique to the extent that Namerega copy will know that this one they are still copying off. Already people are copying from us. They are still copying whilst we are letting go of the values, the assets we have, following what Amebubo are letting go. Your bone cover. And then what we have, they are taking it away, polishing it, and making so much out of it. I was even calling the other time, but we should declare High Life Day, or once a year. We should just have a day celebrating this legend. In Chokomino of him, girlfriend day, no bra day, nuka day, boyfriend day, the other day. Some days, you know, when you hear them, I'm like, but we know what High Life is. Let me declare, me antole me affair to cook him a bed this day. Me a call, alo Saturday day, lefre dem me Friday day. Nkeke de to hede ko me a de Jessico. I declare, but when you High Life Day, I commemorate a mayor. The ones that are gone, the ones that are leaving, play your hegag bonato path. I think it will go a long way. We shouldn't wait until Wokuvo. All right. Eva Jab, me metende Jesio from so cho daddy Lumbato. As for his death, the shocker me get away. At a head to her jaw, I'm not to jaw in the past. Echo her legal donobaje lopa poma, simeten lo ji sumode. Led to call in its own way. Me at so his call, you make baby is a wrong call. I can't yo. Rega globe, daddy Lumba. Of course, me over tell me the fafa now, but 50 year old lagbe. A guy me a cover no vigil night wa no call akpade koko now no do go no do for me mega well got there gang che me wa de o de jesi la agbeme ho obekuma de agbeme ko nele na wa akpo at least wa di onwire ka no mega wa di onwire o che okonya nyu okoju ho
when the standard always na that Lumba Bekula. I don't think from the history of Ghana we've ever celebrated a musician who has died in this sort of way, but all the former presidents over, former vice president over, chief of staff over, going to make a solidarity visit. We have never said that before. Make so much huge vigil. It has never happened before. That I'm only feeling bad. We are setting precedent for somebody.
The families that have watched Saturday. So the rest there will be thinking that if you have a check view, no, it might not be the same for all of them.
Of course.
It might. I'm using the word might. Okay, might not be the same for all of them. Like I a very important documents now the life of this our musicians. So I'm not a fiddle on hako jiole. I'm a fiddle have okay, when you go to the net now, you can read a lot about them. To put the to their music career and currently what they are doing. Like if let me be me akhlenu with a deal. Me akponu video kake to not be into details. What are we now doing? The creative arts industry should take it up. They shouldn't wait until they are gone and then they'll tell us to come and gather and celebrate. So it's a celebration, a night of celebration. Something should be somewhere. Let me be a beer daddy Lumba. I was even saying that maybe at time surprise we go to his house, probably maybe cassette you might be surprised. When we go to our museum right now, the foreigners over 50 years, okay. Hayo cassette yo aton anyi ikebe mi aton akpobo. This is how we migrated. Elemi to a kaka cover dofi e cassette mo mi ten preserve to the extent that me gakpo radio ho do kwa me call them e me matan ko tutu ake me no
video say
at least I'm that feel okay ta if you be e chanla elewo wenyeke. So we should learn from this.
It's a good call.
Seriously, me ape university yo olakpai Helen strong with the arts no more tourism. They should also come up with some of these things, collaborating with the ministries and other industries, the creative arts industry, and we should start doing some of these things. We need them. We need their life history. We need something somewhere that we can go and read about them.
Exactly.
All the songs, you realize that it has a beautiful and a unique meaning. Mariama has the reason why Jihamia Mariama is there. You know, so now that like we should have for us to just Google right now, go and somewhere see. Right now and see and read some of this. It's very right. Interesting, and so you have all the goosebumps around you when you hear others talking about the songs, why he sang the Playboy, why he sang the Sikasem, you realize that this man be guy.
Hey, Daddy, I follow that the Luba Bablo.
Oh, yeah.
And
So,
I think it's a very good call you are bringing on board. Elebe, we need to have this approach. And the creative art industry, they are already coming out with a proposal where they should have a musical museum.
Okay.
Then in Noankung, so that all these things that you've said, it will be there, it will be showcased there. Where we are coming from and where we are today. Daddy Lumba be cassette me with to be in that museum. His first record, his first album. This is how he started. So that to be an inspiration to people, also be a tourism opportunity now.
Yeah. High life war, exactly. Echo like Benova Jiha, always the PM Jakawa manager Ji, Alua Mayonye live band for Lao, also however for who didn't go.
People go.
So I feel me Chamagano coins video me promoting our high life. I can make quite quadra. I'm a over while and then we are doing some other things. I'm a piano and all of that. And want to buy.
In fact, I think that they have to. The creative art needs to have some dedicated fund. Then this veterans, you a dollar and all those things. That's why we have to have GoFundMe now. People, taxi driver, he has been begging and all. But these are the people who entertained us, who kept us on our TV,
real entertainment,
who gave us memory, all of those things.
You can still remember. No, you uncle the wife only a boyfriend who at least I don't do kundeji. And like the call is just in place. We should recognize them. The time is now.
The time is now.
Until they are gone.
Yes, that is his call. Whether biased or unbiased.
Oh no, he wasn't biased.
He's still making the call. Okay, all right. So be hope the rest should not be comparing situation to Daddy Lumba because Daddy Lumba case it's a different one altogether. Okay. But let's see how it goes for him, whether Mama will listen to him also or not. Okay. And Menshaw Palace respond to allegation of interference in the OSP investigation involving Adom Altry. And that is the story there also. Can you provide me my 4 houses in 2 weeks? Adom Altry, there's Martin Pebu. And of course, Martin Pebu came on TV according to Adom Altry, says that he knows that Adom Altry has so much landed property. He can even send us there.
Just prove it, la. You are a lawyer yourself.
He said he can send us there to go and see the house that he has.
There's no need. Now he's daring you. Some of these things you don't want it. When you are coming on air, just come with your documents. Then you start. But you know definitely he will come out to come and dare you to provide evidence or take us to the place. Just give us the necessary documents or the pictures, locations, and the investigative, institutions and journalists to do the follow-up. And it makes our work easy.
Very
then
easy.
We see who is telling a lie and who is not trying to help build a nation.
Very, very easy. But speculation is only is it possible that such a caliber of person who has been a board chairman, also has been a board member of NCA and co, and has been a TV3 presenter for 20 years and co, would not have one single house? Some sort of.
People are shocked that
Ghana. Well, that's what is creating the speculation, but what he did was not so true. But actually, I missed an interview there. He was saying that when he went there, according to the land issue, there was a form that they gave him to fill his name, his hometown, does he have a landed property, and he said no there. So that place where he filled the form, he said no. So he didn't know that is a bail condition that he's filling a form for. So after filling all those things, they told him that because he doesn't have a landed property, they cannot meet the bail condition. So maybe he might have a house, but just that the form misled him to even say he doesn't have a land at that time. Let's look into it. Mike Tipebu, from me, let's see where exactly his houses are. And let's solve that issue also. And here's a story here defining the odds. Ghanaian man rejected by Ghana Army at 27, graduate as U.S. Army at 42. And this gentleman is a gentleman I know in Ho very well, who left Ghana to U.S., one of my friends, Maoli Bruce. Spatwa. Yeah.
Some people celebrating him the other time.
Yes. It's one of
So the military army, at what that age they are, recruiting you,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere 18. I think it's 18, varying from 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Between. Like Miato is from 25 going.
Mhm.
I think 25 going.
25 is the cut.
25 down rather
Yeah.
is the cut.
Yes.
18 to 25
18
is
to
the cut.
25.
Okay.
So this gentleman.
But the S is from 18 to, I think, 30 or 30 something.
So we did the same national service at the same time when he was around.
Okay.
So congratulations to him. Rejected in Ghana but accepted in US. And he did very well. When you see the record,
The
his
rejected
performance,
stone has become the
the chief cornerstone. Yeah, so congratulations to him, Bruce Mawley. We are proud of you. And also, CID details how criminals smuggle 43 stolen luxury vehicles into Ghana. And the CID made us know that lots of vehicles have been stolen from US, and we are riding in them in town right now as we speak. And they said that some of them have
And
been.
that's so true.
Yeah,
They even came down themselves. There was a documentary, stolen vehicles that are found in Ghana. There's this documentary. The other time I tried to look for the name, so I share with you on the air when we're discussing something like this. Still, I've not found the name. You go, I watched it anyway. They came, the trace to the port, back to. So there are places in Ghana. Some of these luxurious vehicles that the young guys and the other people are riding in. They know how to change, some features on it.
Yeah.
Take when it has a tracker, they'll take the tracker. Like the video, it was carefully, documented for us to know that. Nenye fi vuole abrochi viveto US no be vu bua. Fi ke opona vu gbogbo to le nye mia gbo le Ghana le fi. Warehouse lo si kon le to come back pade ike vuole. Amo wona won ti do. Eye leko wo chana si eche. It's interesting.
Very, very interesting.
People are doing things in this
Serious.
country.
And the question is that like a wapi va Ghana.
It's a chain, the cabal, onyale le wa they know, but it's interesting. Like I said,
Yeah,
I think I have to ask someone to get you the video. So
the
that
video,
you
yes.
take your time. You just be smiling.
But there were cars coming into the country. They say we've already found about 43 luxury vehicles like Rolls Royce, Audi, Q8,
Yeah.
Porsche, BMW, Mercedes Benz, and co which came to the country illegally.
They're so cheap.
Very cheap.
Yes. they're so cheap.
Enoila Abazu, the victim is going to be the person who's going to buy it. So when you buy it and it becomes a stolen vehicle, all your money is gone. You're not going to see it anymore. We're here, I think so, when we're in Cool FM, a friend of mine bought a vehicle. Kula, you know about it. For just some period of time, like he sent it to Accra.
He bought a
He bought a vehicle. A person came to sell the vehicle to him.
He was not aware it was a
He was not aware it was a stolen vehicle. So he sent it to Accra, parked the car somewhere, went to the shopping mall to buy something. Before he came back, the car is no more there.
The owner came for it.
Yes.
Hey.
And it became to find out that it was a stolen vehicle. It belongs to somebody else. So the owner tracked the car and found his car there and took the car away. And all the money he cannot get the money back. And the person has to just tell him that
It's
you
like
pay
he
him
was not
part of
arrested.
it. So the issue was sent to court and here and there, but for the end of the case, we did not know. But we just need to be very careful. The port needs to do something about this. Let's beef up the security at the ports. But this kind of cars, when they enter, we should be able to track them well. And still on the Ghana where Paul Adomochi praises Mahama for good performance. And Lumba has 11 children with 4 different women. Legend. Yeah, so these are the reasons why we are celebrating him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, they've not stated anywhere.
He just said, oh, yeah.
No, they've not stated anywhere because he has, apparently it was only, the two. Sewa, Sewa case. The Sewa and then the Odobruni. Apparently it was 2. Until now that we are finding out that there are 4.
There are 4
actually. With
yeah.
Is it 12 children?
11 children.
11 children.
11 children.
Formerly they said ahead of 10.
Yes.
But
now
we only saw in one of the video, I only saw 5 of them. And the vigil night, we saw 4 of them there.
Interesting man anyway. 11 children by a man, it's not easy. So legend still lives on. And interestingly, his children are all foreign children. When were given the biography at the vigil, you heard their dialect, you know that they didn't school here. Anyway, so stepping on a mattress, no contact with family, Paula Domotry details ordeal in the OSP. And finally on this one, what your NHS card can do for you. Those details are on GhanaWeb.com. And let me just quickly do my Joy Online quickly before you come in. Evertex threatened to sue Ghana Airport Company Limited for $64.6 million over contract termination.
I don't even know why we do that. After losing election, you're signing contract. And now that, we are blowing the whistle quickly, you've gone ahead to terminate the contract. There are due processes that were followed. We look into those due processes. Were they legally, procured? Were they legally, contracted to do the work? If not, then I'm not sure there will be any issue. Gakeno anyebe contract to see opete me fine. Akodo now then elebe mi boga to see esemo mekie where komia choko just in the case of the National Cathedral, the Secretariat. My presidents cannot just dissolve them verbally.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
no be a terminate contract here. Me elebe no wanya the right process to follow. But this judgment debt so mava no. Baba ano jojole mi agbo. Ameleme wanu new kemi agbo gava do for now.
Yeah.
Now, not just to cut public sympathy, but mi va mi kwa mi no. Elebe mi gbo jira mi wanu new ento.
And of course, Oba Yoje Dogomecho, and they've already signed the contract. They've started their work, and then at the point that now you cancel the contract totally. And they are the ones demanding for the 15%. They say they want to make the company have a lot of income, increase their income when they talk about mineral water and other stuff. And they've already started the work ongoing. And then now you cancel it. I think it comes with some legal issues, whatever the contract says. They can have some legal actions on that. But we need to stop this. We have to find a way of dealing with it. Somebody has started the contract, just allow the person to continue and finish. And this one says that ECG announces power outages in multiple regions for maintenance work on August 4th and 5th. And Nkwanta schools appeal for food support for WASI candidates. And State Department may require visa application to post bond up to $15,000. And NDC selected former aspirant lawyer as candidate for the Akwitia election. And interestingly, the person who has won this particular approval is the lawyer for the person who has already been asked, who has contested lawyer Kumi in the 2024 election. The lawyer who is also fighting for the case is now the one who has won the slot. And interesting how that situation is going to be at Akotia on 2nd September. We put on our eyes on that place particularly. This one says, I no longer identify as Nigerian, but North says South Africa farm worker says he was forced to feed women to pigs. And those are the stories on myjoyonline.com.
All right, so taking us back to the planned maintenance announced by the Electricity Company of Ghana yesterday, starting today, Tuesday, the 5th of August 2025, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., the areas to be affected. So by when you hear it, you tell your friends. So Gakope, Akachi, Adidome, Komboni, Agokpo, Aduto, Dabala, Abo, Mafi, Avedo, Tove, Yokuti Kofe, Yokuti Po, and then Penu, Agota, Naval Training School, Angologa, Agodome, Savietula, Cisneros, Jita, and its environs or surroundings. Yowe, Akbo, Egbe, in the Volta region, according to the schedule from the ECG, planned maintenance, places to be affected: you in your mammy, you don't got a Ganyicha food, all right. So in those areas, so Gakope, Akachi, at the Dome Komboni, Gokpo, Aduto, Dabala, Abo Mafi, Avedo, Tove, Yokutikpo, Kwenu, Agota, Naval Training School, Angloga, Agodome, Xavier Tula, Cisneros, Jita, and its environs. So tomorrow, we have one for. Okay. So tomorrow will be Honjo and its environs, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. is for tomorrow. And today again, Tuesday, we have Tokokwe, Tanyigbe, 66 Artillery Training Center and its environs. Yuenye Egbe Toke, Tokokwe, Tanyigbe, 66 Artillery Training Center. Kulepe Gologuyo ke echwa Honjo pa kulepe Gologuyo ha wa kpo woto egome. Erenye Egbe pande de yiwo egede miaji ke mia anaso power outage echo iva itamero kpo woto gome ho. Egbe to wenye macho ike gbona pa kule the 7th and the 8th so far. Erenye what is available. So ne echoche to head over. Yaga Adonko areas Honjoto Lepe Golugio should be preparing, and then a whole Miomiano Yaodag Bekbo, the feeder Beha, I'm a mamleo, Miana Mianya Jadradoyo, Miache Miawa, Siekbe Hoke, a feeder Beke, Hotoga Lemeake, and then we have Thursday again, who again affected. The Mianoji, Mianami, not to confuse you, to follow it. Nemia Azore Dudrono Sigbe. All right. So let's move on quickly and have some other stories being shared with you. You shared that of the
Yes.
My Joy online with us.
Yes.
And so let's look at some other stories. I will be taking you to a development here where the presiding members held their 2025 annual conference. All the updates, I'll share them with you later on. But we are still here on the portals here in the country, the online portal, sharing with you some headlines from City Newsroom. 82 human trafficking victims rescued in 2025. Then we have DCE stops poorly executed school project in central Gonja. And Medina MC alleges arson in Rates Junction fires. Then we have NIA to prosecute Ghanaians who vouch for foreigners in Ghana card registration. Eyale NIA bocho ele yinam to come if you katan yoko be mi vai no megbe dam na mejro ame yo menye Ghana to be no vai va ho Ghana card mi ponwe. Menyo na se kamia wa akpolo mi plese. Mi ame yo va no megbe dam na amejro be no aho mia Ghana card ECOWAS card amagbo be wa ho Ghana card ena ile gbogbo be yo le mia here wonu be.
Anyway, agbo be Ghana card la ambewo feel be then be you have a citizenship like maybe America, Togo, le Benin. You feel be even no Ghana for a period of time la you consider you look be Ghana toing.
There are a few things that happens. Naturalization.
Exactly.
What makes you a citizen?
Exactly. Question the way me.
We have ways more geo lefun. You've not asked the people these questions. Over pereka, mekolo la peme, alo mi la si do de te pereka, mi la si da gbamelendo. So therefore,
you consider be ozu Ghana to.
Menye fia be that sekole do ole.
Yes.
That happy you go ahead to vouch for anyone. Do your own investigations, findings away before you go. When your way say avayede enu to kulepe. My supporters were protesting bail terms, not defending wrongdoing, Adam Ochre says, and he came back again. I was not maltreated during OSP detention. Government cocoa price based on cooked figures, not farmer needs. Offenso South MP. So me say the government had that day cocoa price NG. Me the Offenso MP, but it's a cooked figure. I'll come back and find out why he says it's a cooked figure. Fargats Boys Dormitory at Oyoko Methodist SHS. Then we have in Upper West Region, floods cut off roads, destroys 15,000 hectares of farmland. That's a sad one. And Cocoa Board clarifies no syndicated loan for 2025-2026 cocoa season. And we have Fitch here. Fitch projects stable CD through 2025 and 2026. Cautions on gold pricing. That be gold pricing la. Have a but you CD are stabilized this year through to 2026. Me say be automobile touch all about global in 2026 la. Prices of vehicles will decrease. That me you this period jumbo in the rafle of year. Me got to go here. We have state housing eyes partnerships to boost affordable housing. Then Cards International backs Sam George's call for DSTV price reduction. Excuse me. We understand the minority has waded into the conversation, calling for a win-win, and so that the business, we're looking at the business environment, we're looking at what the Ghanaians but also the consumers. We do not. So they are also saying that Melena Ghana touch everyone or if the same services school provide in the other African countries. The so the minority coming in. We also have the committee on the Parliament Select Committee also coming in. All the stocks they bring us the necessary results. When bill becomes bondage, a jurisprudential reappraisal through the lens of the Paul Adom Ochre case. And the Tourism Ministry to relocate National Film Authority temporarily over fire outbreak.
Yeah. And if we are done with that, if you have to go to some detail, I wanted to focus on what the minority is saying about the fluke that they are talking about concerning the cocoa price increase. And they are saying that the government has increased the prices of cocoa to about 60 to 70%. And they are saying that the cocoa prices that have been increased, that is about 51,000 Ghana cedis per ton, or that's approximately 3,000 Ghana cedis per 64 kilogram bag of cocoa, does not amount to 70% that the government is talking about. They are saying that it can only be up to 60 or 70% if the 3,225.75% for the 65 kilogram is rather 6,000 Ghana cedis for the 64 kilogram, and that what is amount to 70% that the government is talking about. And they are saying that the prices has just been escalated, propaganda, and it does not really reflect what the prices mean on the market. And so, but looking at how the whole thing has gone, they are comparing Mohammed's campaign promise of increasing the world producer price of cocoa. And this is what we are hearing from the finance minister, is that they say they've increased the FOB. The FOB, that is free on board value. The free on board value means that your transportation of the cocoa, the bag, the processes and everything that comes with it is what is comprising the free on board value that has been increased, not the particular price of the cocoa bag that have been increased. So this is a contraction here that the Mahama said he will increase world price, and the finance minister is saying they've increased the FOB, which is the free on board value, which is creating the concern here. But looking at the concern of Randy Albe from where we are coming from, he is saying that this has rather been an increase. So we should rather be rejoicing, because looking at the time where the former government was around, their increase has not really generated into the life of the cocoa farmers. And they want to rather increase the prices for the farmers so that they can get some subsidy and also create opportunity for the farmers in the cocoa sector. But there are some analysts or cocoa farmers who are also making concern about the dollar equivalent that they are raising, that it will create a lot of concern for the farmers to convert dollar to CD issue. So they have to make it rather in a Ghanaian CD value so that the local farmers can understand how to convert the money to dollar or CDs at once. So that is their concern here. But looking at what they are also explaining, Randy Abe is saying that the prices that they engage in, the market that they engage in, they always sell those bags in dollars. So if they want to come back and do it in CD, it might affect how the prices are going to be at the buyers wherever they send the goods outside. And looking at some other countries, Cote d'Ivoire, who is also performing very well in cocoa, they've also increased theirs to a number of percentage, which Ghanaians are also saying that if we do not also meet their percentage of increment, that's going to generate that sort of smuggling. People are going to be finding opportunity elsewhere to sell it to wherever
we want to
they are
maximize
getting
profit.
Yes.
So where the price is better, why don't we continue smuggling? We are fighting the smuggling. We are arresting every now and then, but it's not stopping. It's not preventing them from continuing to smuggle. So how do we prevent the smuggling? It's by increasing their prices. Of course, the concern for quoting the amount in dollars. Fine. Nobody you mess them all. So calculator, and all of that. Just tell them the price in the city. But we are also looking at the other markets. We are trading in other countries as well. So the explanation from the board director, I think, should still sit well with the rest of the farmers. But not wider. We need to be boosting those people's production.
Yeah.
So that me ape agbele the nyigba yo farmlands avevetoje cocoa yo any other plantation yo let na all asidele wenu no call galamsey and all of that. These are the ways we can continue motivating them. But the why IEG ano agbele de elabonya be at the end of the period asinyuede le yo lalam chojidudugbo and other incentives and policies you add anabe. Their toil and struggles, in the farm will not come to waste. But that's not the only one. I think scholarships again have been announced for their school-going children as well. So that is it. Let me have a cocoa akpaji.
And the scholarship scheme that has been reintroduced is something that will help, because before, I think when I was in SHS, I had colleagues who were under the cocoa board scholarship. They went to school free, and then they even buy provision for them free and all of that. But this time it's hardly that you hear of any cocoa board scholarship, and all those things have gone down. So I'm saying that there's a kind of reform happening according to Randy Abe, that they are going to bring all these things back in place. I think that there's a reform going on at the cocoa board sector, and we don't have to deny the fact that cocoa board is one of the sectors that is bringing us a lot of money as a country, and we need to boost it, like you said. If those places where there are galamsey lands, they really switch from the cocoa farming and use their own land for galamsey, because they are not getting anything from the cocoa that they are growing. The prices are bad, and so they feel that whenever they even produce the cocoa, they don't even get the value of what they even produce. So they want to use that land and create more value for themselves by engaging in illegal mining.
The effects are more than harvesting your seeds, your cocoa beans, and then the price, the value decrease. The effects of you giving your land out for galamsey is enormous. Esogbo, epenugble person ube adagblevo, ya global ojire asihoho melenu. No agblede whilst they look into the books. While looking into the book, or while at that, no other JCB, the law across the country, all of it nami. They are playing a vital role. But from cocoa down to Azigle de la Pete, we need to come on board, bring them together. I don't know sell. I will call it chichi. Odomolo la fido cacao, eke henye. I'm watching a surplus. I do miga do kwamiga to a glole meu. A long green rice. Do me a long green rice. All right. So away from that, we have Fitch also in the news. What are they saying? Fitch Solutions says the Ghana cedi's recent strength is expected to hold through 2025 and 2026, supported by the Bank of Ghana's robust international reserves of 7.9 billion US dollars and historically high gold prices. In its latest article, and I'm quoting, "What our clients want to know. Sub-Saharan Africa Q3 2025 macroeconomic update." The UK-based firm, however, warned that a sharp drop in gold prices, possibly triggered by easing geopolitical tensions, could pressure the local currency. So part of it rates a hypothetical decline in gold prices, which could potentially be triggered by a sudden easing of geopolitical tension, would quickly erode Ghana's export earnings, push the current account bank into deficit, and undermine reserve adequacy, unquote. In such a scenario, the central bank would struggle to defend the cedi and would likely be forced to let the currency weaken. It added, the central bank reports that the cedi appreciated by 40.7% against the US dollar in the first 7 months of 2025, trading at 10.45 Ghana cedi to $1 on the interbank market by end of July. In May and June, the cedi gained 43% and 42.6% respectively against the dollar. Against the euro, the cedi appreciated by 24.2% in June to 12.25%, that's 12.25 Ghana cedi, and by 31.2% against the pound to 14 Ghana cedis and 2 pesos. So as of now, the cedi trades at 10.50 Ghana cedis to the dollar on the interbank market and 12 Ghana cedis on the retail market. You have the rates. Abochi has the dollar.
Abochi has the dollar. By looking at the reserve that the Bank of Ghana is making concerning the gold, about 32.99 tons as at June 2025. So that means that there's an increase of gold reserve we are finding out at the Bank of Ghana. But the question is that how would that reflect into the economy that we are seeing as a country, and how it's going to support the cedi as well? And I'm sure that the Fitch really wants to let us understand how we can also manage ourselves to also keep that pricing up there. I think we're having some stable pricing that we are seeing now. I mean, inflation is down. We are those days when you want to go out, you buy something today, tomorrow they come and tell you the price has changed. And just 1 week later, the price has changed. I don't think that we are saying that these days. Prices are somehow stable. You can find something today, tomorrow it will be the same price as we are speaking these days. But I think that a lot of work is going on. Let's see how they pick up this particular job in stabilizing the cedi, bringing back more investors into the country.
All right, so let's look at this standoff between the DST, that's the Multi-Choice Ghana, and GoTV, so between the Minister of Communication, if indeed, still digging around if the suspension is possible and how will it, happen. It is just something that can happen out of the blues according to the deadline being given by the Minister last Friday. According to Clause 3 of the Electronic Communications Act 2008 at 775, the NCA has the legal authority to suspend or revoke a license under certain conditions. So now we'll be looking at these conditions and see if what is happening also falls under this condition. Failure to comply materially with the Act, regulations, or license terms. Another is disregard of lawful directions from the authority, that's the NCA. Default in payment of regulatory fees, ceasing operations without notice, issues of national security or public interest, where a fine is not deemed sufficient to address a breach. So
they found themselves
before any action is taken, the NCA again understand must give them 30 days written notice outlining the grounds and allowing the company to respond or remedy the breach. But the dispute over DSTV prices may fall more under Clause 5, that is 25, which governs tariffs. And we'll look at that also. So the Clause 25 states that pricing of electronic communications services should be determined by service providers based on supply and demand. The authority is, however, allowed to step in and regulate prices only under specific conditions. So we are looking at this now, which is the fees, Clause 25, the pricing. So what we read, based on demand and supply, the electronic communication services should be determined by service providers. So who are the service providers? Say Ikemile, NCA, and then DSTV. We know that NCA is the regulatory body. And we look at if a single operator dominates the market, if there's cross-subsidization that distorts competition, or if there is evidence of anti-competitive pricing. That if a single operator dominates the market, so we're talking about monopoly of multi-choice Ghana here. So monopoly and based on demand and supply. So they have to look at it. The demand. Is the demand there? Are they able to meet supply to meet the demand without call for a reduction in the price? So NCA would have to set in. So you see, a Sehe Lela, it's not just a matter of giving them, we are giving up to 7 of, September or August for the NCA to revoke your license. This is what the NCA must do. Must notify you. You must respond also to the NCA. And this is happening within 30 days. So we still have more long days to go. Does that mean whilst they are at it, we still enjoy, the ones we have already subscribed, you will renew. Me know you're enjoying, but whilst they go back to the negotiation table, they go back to the table discussing what's needed to be discussed among them. If a single operator dominates, of course, we have a single operator in this part dominating. Based on supply and demand, who should determine the prices? That is electronic communications. So we are waiting for NCA to do the needful. We have these beautiful laws, yet we don't actually feel their essence on us. So what next after what we have read, those two clauses? The suspension of multi-choices licenses will have to follow this legal process, just as I was saying. Anything short of that opens the government up to litigation. So the entire country now waits August 7 to see which side backs, if any. So for what we have read, it only means that from August 7, which 2 days more, NCA might start its necessary steps to follow this legal process in writing to them. And after that, August 7, we revoke August 7. So everyone is looking at August 7. August 7 is just here. But SCAK, my sigbo, elebedo, dodo, no why, menyola. I had a minority to you are getting Nyame. But I select committee to we are getting Nyame. It's going to be a win-win. Yeah. Ghanaians, the interest of Ghanaians, and then the company, that's the business environment as well.
Yes.
So this is it.
So this is an NCA who regulates you. So when there's somebody who is regulating you, you must also find a way of not stepping on the regulator's toes.
And the NCA is under the ministry.
Under the ministry also. And so they have to play their cards very well. And as to what you said, there should be a period of 30 days without you writing in, you also respond and all of that. But looking at the situation, there has only been one engagement that happened in June with the DSTV. And looking at how fair it should be, I think that there should be more engagement. They should rather sit down and see how they can reduce the prices to whatever percentage that it is. But people are also saying that DSTV is a luxury activity or luxury commodity. It's not something that...
Is it luxury?
This is luxury. I mean, for you to leave your...
Air conditioner some time back, people thought it was a luxury. It's not a luxury. If you need it, to go for it. Now if it's all over. If the weather demands it, you have the means, you go for it. So DSTV, if you feel like people have the decoders in their room, They subscribe as and when they feel like I'm going to be home. I'll be having visitors. My children will be around. The family will be around. They need something to be entertaining. That is one thing good about it. If you don't subscribe, your space is there.
Your space is okay. But
after 3 months, you are back. You have it. You watch.
Yeah.
So, so
because
instead of and when you package is only, for people tete, I 100 cities.
I 300. Let me get out is last year, we have other TV. We to be like Disney play, Super Sports play to normal one. Oh, we have GTV Plus, Sports Plus, play to whatever called
Obono TV and all of that. On Organ News 7 News. You see, GTV, the mother of all stations. We will not take that away from you. The state, you are for the nation. You are the nation's assets. You are us, and we are you. All of those of us now working at the other radio stations, and we had our mentors, our role models, people we admire, all from GTV and Telegbe. Okay, those beautiful faces and all those programming we've been talking about. GTV, I mean, Pole. That minya be mi okoye te fero mi de ma me se me de ga ke fifi am do show le de pa me. You are 90 good years.
90 years.
Okay, 90 years. Long existed before I was born. 90 lo ya mi holo. I cannot call 25 years, 15 years and 10 years. You know call me have content so that we are still lagging behind. Your entertainment shows, your some of the shows we just need you, but government should provide you with all the logistics. You have clear visuals. If you are watching your productions should be clear. Your reporters, their standoffs, sometimes the way they a whole lot of things. Sometimes you just watch, you're laughing, but GTV, are they still in this? Are they still doing this?
But GTV did very well those days. Back in those days, they have content. It was the things we do for love. They have a journey to the west. Journey to the west.
Lovely.
Play cantata, play Tio. And then Sunday on a cantata program they after church. Play Tio. So they were content. What do you know? Agro, play Tio. Agro was to try. Western Union. No benefit. So this is what good content gives the aunties good content those days. To check GTV's content. It's disturbing. You might not get the right before content.
Napoleon article reporting.
Wow. So there were nice content there. I mean, I think that TV is all about content. It's not so how much about how clear your visuals are or whatever it is. Once you can be able to engage somebody. Those days we didn't have any option of going to find any Al Jazeera and co to be watching or CNN and co. Or any other channel to be watching. We're glued to GTV. So I think that if GTV wants us to pay them, they're also asking us to pay subscription. They want us to pay license. And then the thing is that you are paying it for
license, what? And then they'll use those monies to do all the things we are talking about.
We should pay before they do it.
Yeah, they'll procure the cameras, the lighting in the studios, and going to locations to shoot programs and come back and show us. Pay your license.
Oh no, but anybody one be Pogbo. Ne one me feel it. Ne when me feel it. No the blaster ball for the blaster ball.
Is it Premier League?
Ghana Premier League.
Yeah, Bona. No, yeah. Like I mean the international sportings.
Ghana
Premier League.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the Premier League have a franchise, because you look the way.
Question they mean Premier League they can GTV. Every final crash ground media Blasters big game. Black Queens big game crash the Macboy.
Are you sure?
Yes,
don't
I'm telling you.
After you. Black Queens.
I don't come back
GTV Sports Plus.
GTV Sports Plus, I'm telling you. There are so many Blaster game. Over the DSTV, that's on social media.
GTV.
Daddy.
DSTV was a rival.
Was a rival. Social media content to Twitter, make a joke, and we saw the banter there. But still, the thing is that then one namely joke, Bola, they will be willing to pay like the way they are paying
the
for.
Last resort, like now more for DSTV for Friday. DSTV, I got now chance at GTV.
Okay, GTV can DSTV. Yeah, I know.
Don't give me a chance to watch it.
To watch GTV.
If there was subscription, therefore,
I just was
a grace period to watch at least enjoy GTV for some time before the cut that one to off.
I came with GTV, watch them over.
But they are the mother. The senior is always a senior. Okay, senior most senior.
It's questionable. Maybe senior.
But I just need the resources.
Prove nami that you are still a senior.
No, but you're for 90 years. So as Zandube, we are talking about them. That we just need resourcing. Government need resource where we have fine brain over there. We have the experts. We have the qualified individuals. They have it. You will all operate radio stations, almost all the regions.
All the regions.
Yeah. All the blue broadcasting to us. That they just need new video resourcing video. We also meet up with Egbe Gen Z, kind of things. The kadekado kwa. We are good to go.
I think the government has resourced them over the last 3 years with their camera and all the studio setting. We saw a lot of.
Can you see the resourcing that it has resourced?
I mean, they said it themselves that they've changed the whole thing. When you see their channel now, it's clearer than even whatever we will see now. They came to. We are not the ones saying they came to say that when you check their channel, it's not like the GTV we used to know. Clear channel. If you check the voice, clear voice. If you check the presenter, you can see them HD on the screen.
I said the GTV Sports Plus telecast the 2014 World Cup.
2014 World Cup. Well, 2014. Be like 2025. 2014. If you get the franchise, gradually the football. And so GTV should be a mother station, but TV stations are not picking up from GTV. But if GTV is the only one who show Premier League. Imagine GTV showing Premier League. Just imagine. I'm going to
let's talk about the content first.
Yeah.
The morning programs, the filming.
The content.
The Christmas egg ball movie, the Kadere is predictable. Was the metro asile no nami vi. How you hemi on fofo. You are the mother. Name me your hajilao no come me for how nami mi won nami. Mi okoye. Mi apenko matam volume mi apenu.
Imokpo reality show like GTVG.
I used to follow it.
Oh, I'm following them.
I used to following them.
GTV, I have GTV on my channels.
Okay, so
we content and never. I'm like a joke, let them listen to the content. Let them listen to us and bring the content. So we have to follow, okay?
That's okay. And now to the updates. We want to bring to you the reports. Today we're supposed to have the road safety joining us. Unfortunately, they were not able to make it due to a few, equally important issues that they needed to take care of. So let me quickly bring you this. So our deans are having their annual conference. Yesterday was the opening of the conference. Today and tomorrow they are ending. It's a 3-day conference they are having. Tamiepe dino miapa assembly me no lao wope lemi agbole presiding members. Yes, so the presiding members you will ope efe no takpekpe wo 2025 toke eleto me choiva ye oje gome okofu enu egbe wa ye ji echo olende ka fedo dada himbe onye no vevi yo yojibe yewa alenkuda. So the spotlight will be on a few things they have outlined yesterday. So we have that's the Volta Regional Presiding Members. They are having their annual conference at the Volta Serene Hearing Hall. And they've built this conference on the theme Resetting Local Leadership for National Rebuilding, Advancing Decentralization, Participation and Sustainable Development. That's the theme for the conference, the 3 days conference. So the Dean of Presiding Members, Honorable Mawunyo Agbe, here in his welcome address described the conference as a defining moment for local governance, especially at a time when Ghana is prioritizing national rebuilding. He emphasized the crucial role of effective local leadership and stressed that true development starts within the assembly or with the assemblies at the community level. He expressed gratitude using the platform to President John Dramani Mahama for fulfilling the promise of a monthly 1,300 Ghana cedis allowance for all assembly members across Ghana. He noted that the initiative significantly eases financial pressures and boosts the motivation of local leaders, helping them perform effective oversight and service delivery. Tapeta kwekwe le epeja dona megbeda si ke dean of presiding members. The presiding members opeta kwekwe onye e ameye nye opete otan for otan alonu no la nye honorable maunyo agbe ikecho mianto miape assembly mele whole fi yenye ameke edo jana vavalao le echoiva ipeta kwekwe me eyo fonu koto talojinu ike tai wo fofudo heye tanya ike nyebe wagbo ado miafe dupokpolo le miafe local level alo le mianto miado mele fi pakpele edukope tutu ale ike miado miafe decentralization fiabe nuchocho alo nuwowo le mianto miado mo wadidi kule participation mesa mene ne kwasi de mene wa akpasire mbe no wanyo ale ike wate anwanyi eye wa do miafe ngonya ore yenye tanya ike jiwotu nenem takpekpe vivi eya edo eye wode jesi be enye yi ke yiwazan gbo adengbelele yo document viviento le gayi meke du ko gbugbo he gale dododo wo mlefe tutudo nyaome eye otegbede jibe edo fe wawalo ngo yi fe do wa viviento bo watan twa for nwe na du ko de fe chichia acho assembly wo gbo de mianto miafe nu to me ezamonu popo ga ko eda akpena du ko polola de ale ike wo de efe ngbedodoji be ya ado alo assembly me yilao yanye Ghana city akpereka city alo farmeton be wa kono akpemede na vie be do na watenwa wa ebe eya enye nude ike ayi ade egafa agbapepe ike no yoji abe assembly do lao enea anabe yo fe do chen wa agadengo abale ike wole kende kade pele ku hie vedo yoji oto atido echo enye ale ike presiding member so gede wole miafe amuganu to mele fi ike do fe mele so mi yona be office space mele so va hia be document do yo mejena afeme yiyo amebubude ke mele bene kpola be yo katam bendo lia yo do me kula assembly do me ko wanwa nenem nu yawo ma vai na de etefe no fota yo azamon popa ko dengle lenu wa presiding member de si and assembly so ne wa kpo office a play storage system ke what wa keep of vital information play document so ye woga helde jesi be yo wa awo chachia vovovo unit committee members so presiding members assembly members so ale ke wa dasi asimena wononyo de ngoi nyao dodo de ngo eye yowaga akpo peer review mechanism de ike yo akono kulem de yo no nyo yo fe do wo ntia yo wenyende ka vedo yo jibe yiwa ale nkudo awodo eye oga de jesibe nde ka ike me journal yo assembly tonwa eyi meten de na yo le yo fe meeting so annual meeting annual budget media review no mo bete yo na yi am de na yo gakele ike no le ya yojibe yo do eda be yo he yo fen keke ayi de ngo ike be do work more than nkeke alo yo aji hours video alo nkeke bugu akokpe yo fe anyi no na ba assembly mega na yo allowance okwa boche me ma defu na yo la be yojibe do ne wa awo ade ngo yenye onabo maunyo agbefegbe ko ona echova mi ase yan to fegbe pu ede kwa mi ayi deji
conference of presiding members. This more than just a gathering. It's a defining moment in our collective journey as a frontliners of local governance. We come together at a critical time when the demand for effective leadership and responsive governance is at its peak. In this light, the theme for this year's conference, Resetting Local Leadership for National Rebuilding, Decentralization, Participation, and sustainable development is not only timely, but also a bold call to action. The importance of this theme cannot be overstated. It captures our renewed commitment as presiding members to lead with clarity, purpose, and courage. At a time when Ghana is embarking on a path of national rebuilding, we recognize that true progress begins at the local level, within the assemblies where development meets the people. Let me take this opportunity on behalf of all presiding members across the Volta region to extend our deepest gratitude to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for his bold and visionary leadership, particularly for the approval of monthly allowance for all assembly members nationwide. This singular act not only restores dignity to the office of assembly members, but also eases the enormous financial pressure on all our day-to-day challenges in carrying out our duties. This gesture will significantly enhance our motivation and effectiveness in the execution of local development. We, the presiding members, pledge not to take this opportunity for granted. As a mark of gratitude to the government, we commit to carrying out our oversight responsibilities effectively. With the limited time often given for House proceedings, during the discussion of our annual mid-year budget, annual action plans, medium-term development plans, we shall allocate additional days. I emphasize, we shall allocate additional days when necessary for General Assembly proceedings, even without allowances from our Assembly's internal generated funds, ensuring that every development plan truly responds to the needs of our communities and aligns with our collective national development priorities. I think that's the number one.
All right, so you just heard from the Dean of Presiding Members, Honorable Maunyo Agbe, there delivering his welcome address at the 3-day 2025 annual conference of presiding members.
One thing he said that I am so much in agreement with is that development starts from the local government, and there have to be a concentration on the local government for adequate development. Many political analysts, many governance experts have made this call that let's decentralize government. Let's give more power to the local authorities. Let's fund them. If the local authorities can build their own roads, construct their own bridges, provide their own facilities, I don't think that there will be any complaint to all these places. And development will reach every sector of the communities that we have in Ghana. And so if the focus is really made that the common funds are distributed always, and they are enough or even increased more for development projects, I think that we will not be here complaining about poor roads, we will not be complaining about poor school facilities. We'll be happy, everybody will be appreciative about what is happening, and we even hold the people directly accountable. That if you know that this person is the one responsible for roads, the local community will hold those people directly accountable, not even talking about people elsewhere. Because when we talk about road minister or road issues, we have to direct in concerns to the road minister, make it concerns to the road minister. But if the road minister empowers somebody at the local level, he does it there. We don't need to even go and then focus on the road minister anymore. So I think that there's a lot of effort needs to come to the local development, to the local assembly. And one key thing that I also want to ask, whether the presiding members will be considering doing, the voter chiefs made a concern, or the chiefs in Ghana made a concern that they want to be part of the assembly, that they should give them some support so that they can also partake in the assembly development issues, because they are also leaders of the community. They can also play a role, participate in this and that.
This government has already integrated or has merged their ministry. It was standing on its own. Now it's under, or they are working together with the local assemblies. So government appointees are made up of chiefs and all of that. So chiefs are already part.
Yeah, so they want the increase of chiefs to be part. That's what they are talking about. They want more of the chiefs to be there because they also have understanding about the situations on the ground. Their views and opinions can also shape the community. So maybe that's a call that maybe let's see whether they can increase it or not. But truthfully and frankly speaking, the presiding members' call is very legit. I support them 100%. Let's do more decentralization. Let's empower the assembly members. Let's empower the local authorities to do more for the communities. And that's the way to go for development.
All right. So moving on and still with the conference, we have Togbe Kasa being the chairperson, sitting in for the Agbumefia of the Asogli State. Togbe Apede the 14th. So Togbe Kasa the 3rd of Ahwe, the senior divisional chief of Asogli State. Yenye Amerike enozi mena ewona echo ivayi kovu wona enu yike wayi ejegba wunu echo. So bedasi yike wona echo yo miafe fianu nolafe akpaji, emphasizing the indispensable role of traditional authorities in advancing decentralization, local governance, and sustainable development here in our country. So he called for closer collaboration between traditional leaders and governmental structures in building a stronger, more inclusive democratic system at the grassroots level. So he urged policymakers and as well the presiding members to leverage on the deep community roots and traditional wisdom of chiefs in order to make governance more participatory and responsive to the needs of the people. We'll take a listen to Togbe Kasa.
And chairman of this conference, it is an honor to speak to you as we begin this important gathering that will focus on the growth and development of our national local governance system. The theme resetting local leadership for national rebuilding, advancing decentralization, participation, and sustainable development could not have come to a better time. It is a call for all of us to reflect on how we can lead better, involve our communities more, and ensure development reaches everyone, especially in the local level. As a traditional ruler, I wish to draw your attention to the important role of chieftaincy in this journey. Chiefs has always been close to the people. We understand their needs, we help settle disputes, protect community lands, uphold peace. Chiefs are not separate from government. We are part of the solution. That is why decentralization and development must involve traditional rulers. I echo there again. We are part of this solution. That is why decentralization development must involve traditional rulers, not leave them behind.
Exactly what you just mentioned earlier on. So they keep on making the call. They still want to be involved in the decentralization process because at the end of the day, what do we want? What are we looking for? Development. So how do they also get involved without not waiting on the politicians, the presiding members, or the assembly members coming to them? It's for you once we're calling on those people, you know, because you have identified something that is not going on well in your community. Oh, like at a flache, Tabogo talk about like boss to the Miapa Blogisibe, Jetape Cadio Melesisio, Miapa Monya de, a few got de Vede, my heavy of Yeviapano, Gogwek Pobonova Domona Miwa, Fug before fall a G, Assembling Kawomile, and all of these are the things that should also be identifying in their traditional areas, and then no identify for Okogbe assembly members. So, together, y'all are you assembly member? First quarter vailo, and Yakawa call it assembly, Yakabula assembly. If they are not forthcoming, they should in a way find means inviting them. Ekemare and Yamado do metogboa. Find a way to get the information to the people. Radio station, community center, where are ya? Fika we like a puamionufu. Alope Solomon no year. So they shouldn't wait until this call again. Of course, the calls besides Global, they are right calls, but they are right calls. Okay, after the right calls have been made, what's next?
What next?
All right.
And also to say that the role of the chiefs is also the same way as the role of the assembly members or even the assembly itself. Like you said, they are also responsible for development, the security of the place, law and order enforcement, all those things. They also take care of it in their local or traditional means. So they are also playing similar role. So I agree with Togbe that there should be close collaboration, not just collaboration, there should be very close collaboration within the chiefs and the local authority. And it's very good call. I second him. I think I can just buy him some club here.
Anyway,
for that, I think it's a good call.
We'll hear from the regional minister. His points, he just made a call that is calling for the extension of the tenure of the presiding members from 2 years to 4 years. He noted that the 2 years is not helpful in the sense that even the confirmation of a presiding member is more tedious than that of a Speaker of Parliament. So highlighting the significant responsibility presiding members carry as integral assembly members, he urged that longer terms would enable them or enable more effective leadership and continuity. And one other thing which I feel like, they need to work on in your bed. Now that we have, first, the concern was the past administration, where they procure some vehicles for the assemblies, and according to what is happening now, Agbale Assembly of IGF, the common fund, in the sense that these vehicles, their maintenance costs, are expensive, and they consume a lot of fuel. So he was like, he doesn't even know why, some of these vehicles were procured for some of the assemblies. Meanwhile, they have some 30 million Ghana cedis somewhere. The coordinating directors of the municipal and district assemblies. And so now he said MCs, have a vehicle. They're, so to say, relatively, they all have vehicle, aiding their mobility. Coordinating directors will also be having their own. And so he said the next should be the presiding members.
Of course.
They should also be given vehicle to, provide them also the mobility. So one, the extension of their term in office from 2 to 4 years. And the two, the concern about if we get some if you like if we no nami onami jaya kono if you have work by engineer pe when you what do if you put to the ko I tell the ko I don't be gailo akwa
tiko na atos petu.
Okay, so no chole tafifie no anye be okpogade ya dadan 30 million de dada fide ike wako coordinating director so wakpo vonwide me ano I've seen home municipal one. The coordinating director, former coordinating director, Vuike Onos, and the Fortuna, supposed to be for the next director, but MC Evan of Umazam, I don't know what happened, and MC Evan of Umazam, and then the coordinating director was rather using one of the pickups, UK Assembly revenue collectors. I see them using that one too, so I think they should just get them. And from there, he touched on the IGF. Benowa Jagbagba, assemblies should be innovative and find better ways of collecting their IGF. If they want to rely on just the central government first support Ikewa now and the meager ones they are taking now, for development to be seen and felt, for a lot to be able to be done in the communities, electoral areas. So Benowa Jimo Ikejiwato. No denglele document 1 year I more new enye a gadimo wako adigana the assembly so pe ngoyi.
For the Council of State emerged the third appreciation hits the account and amended so that the tenure of office of a presiding member is made 4 years. Besides, the presiding member, the assembly is our local parliament. Now, the difference between the national parliament and the local parliament. One of the differences is the fact that the presiding member at the local level must be a member of the assembly in order to be elected a presiding member. But at the national level, the Speaker of Parliament must not be a member of Parliament. So, if we have a member of the Assembly becoming a presiding member, it puts a greater responsibility on the presiding member. More especially now that the assembly members are also going to be paid. And I believe the money has already hit the account and
It's the Global Morning Show. Wake up to an exciting morning.
I remember very well that when President Mahama visited the region on the listening tour, where we formulated our policies, the dean of the presiding members requested that the vehicle be given to the presiding members. If municipal or metropolitan municipal and district chief executives are getting vehicle, coordinating directors are also given vehicle. The next should be the presiding members.
All right, so that's the Volta Regional Minister there. And then the concluding part of that will be the innovative ways, the call on them to find innovative ways in collecting IGF. So we'll do the last one. And Miyako, this report, Akwa Wuno is the special guest of honor at the conference. That's His Eminence Gabriel Kwame Gantanko Atokle. He is the Volta Regional Representative at the Council of State. Ameikele amuganu to atepenule Council of State. Afike ole adown nam dukulolale ahinya meto heike ukpe ona egbe alwefegbe dasi le woname. So mi adejesi enya yuo wo dadanyi yuo anye ngoyi nyao. So he has called for a renewed commitment to effective local governance as he gave the address at the 2025 Volta Regional Annual Conference of Presiding Members. So he also spoke on the same themes: resetting local leadership for national rebuilding, advancing decentralization, participation, and sustainable development. His Eminence Atokle emphasized the crucial role of presiding members in shaping a responsive and accountable local government. He highlighted that national progress is only meaningful when it produces tangible outcomes within the community. He charged presiding members that the relevance of the assembly process depends on how well they guide proceedings to ensure accountability and support developmental priorities. And responding to the growing citizens' demand, he stated, and more or less like a declaration, that Ghanaians are no longer satisfied with fake promises. They want results. So he stated people in Agotime, Afaja, Toho, Ketu North, and other communities expect more than the normal meetings you have been doing. They expect action based on infrastructure, job for the youth, better local services, and support for livelihood. So he went on to urge them for broader community participation, stressing assemblies must not be closed. Communities should be involved in decisions that affect them. And then he also went to push for a practical, not just policy decentralization, but they must be practical. He stated, when districts are given control of our resources, when decisions are made and followed through, the feedback from the people is taken, you see sustainable development. And he said that the SDGs will remain distant ideas unless district plans reflect them. And there was a gesture yesterday by His Eminence Kwame Atokle yesterday, after he also called on or encouraged them to be more innovative internally, generating funds. They should be strategic in that way. He also made a call before the regional minister added his voice to that. He said the practical steps, they must partner with local businesses and cooperatives to create value chains, digitize revenue collection to reduce leakages, identify underutilized public facilities for productive use, and leverage local tourism and heritage to attract investors and investments. IOEAG, and then align that with the 24-hour economy that was launched by the government yesterday. But one of the things that made it for quite a number of people yesterday was the fact that he recognized the dedication of the presiding members and announced a personal donation for them by giving them an amount of 50,000 Ghana cedis. And then he went on to give them a copy of Local Governance Act. Their acts, that's the 936. Each of them had a copy. Each of them was given their ceremonial gown, a wike odona bearing the logo of their respective assemblies. And their ceremonial gavel was also given, a kokon okpolonjizi order. So that was the package given to all the presiding members. A wike odona Ike assembly. So when we were going around the confirmation, realize America Vedosico Awole Odo Amegbo they were in their own attires, which doesn't actually Medje Tutube in they are the speaker of that local assembly. So for them to appear with the authority, here the Council of State member Wato Awupulaya Gown now pete from the 18 municipal and district assembly. So let me ask Lamugano Tome. Wagakofe do wagbanle ikenye segbanle. Ikeme wano pokpo ajiwati titredo ano ofe wana wowom. Ekokokpede wonti abe masede fimio ne ya ako ega home ikenye 50,000 Ghana cedis agbo ako adwa alo. That echoa ale ike okovu the presiding members of Takpekpe 2025 enwa ai ale okovunu enye eyata Takpekpe agala ejida fifie eke wadro nya vevio yo dejesi me dongo le presiding member, the dean of presiding member pekbe dasime eye wa awunu echo ike egbona me said the Council of State member pekbe dasi yanye mamle to me ko awenu
representative of the Council of State representing I acknowledge with gratitude the support you gave me to your vote. Thank you for your trust and for giving me the opportunity to serve. The theme, recently local leadership for national rebuilding, advancing decentralization, participation and sustainable development, speaks to the current needs of our country. Ghana cannot move forward without effective local governance. National policies are only meaningful when they produce clear outcomes in our communities. My beloved presiding members, your position in local governance is critical. While assemblies have legal backing, it is your leadership that gives the institution structure and functionality. The relevance of the assembly process depends on how well you guide proceedings, ensure accountability, and support developmental priorities. And so, I urge you today to reflect on how we can adjust local leadership to respond to the expectations of our time. Ghanaians are no longer satisfied with vague promises. They want results. People in Agotime, Afata to Keta, Sogakope, Hohwe, and Aflau, and other communities expect more than the normal meetings we've been doing. They expect action on basic infrastructure, jobs for the youth, better local services, and support for livelihoods. Seriously, we build stronger systems of governance from the ground up. My beloved presiding members, participation must be an active part of our local governance. Assemblies must not be closed spaces. Communities should involve decisions that affect them. Let us create room for voices that are often left out, for women, the youth, persons with disabilities, and traditional authorities. The more people feel part of the process, the stronger our institutions become. As Dennis Rondenini, a scholar on decentralization, noted, Decentralization is not only simply about transferring authority, it is about enhancing accountability, participation, and responsiveness at the level where government meets the people. That is the level where you operate, and that is where the results must show. That is why I support deeper decentralization, not in policy language, but in practical implementation. When DCs are given real control over resources, when decisions are explained and followed through, and feedback from the people is taken, we see a sustainable development cannot happen unless it is led from the local level.
All right, so that's excerpts of the speech of His Eminence Kwame Atokle yesterday, opening the 3-day annual conference of presiding members that brought some of the municipal and district directors as well.
Fantastic delivery from all of the presenters, from the regional minister to all the people that spoke there. And first of all, I mean, the Council of State member, as His Eminence, has said very key important thing that the people need, that they expect basic infrastructure, jobs for the youth, better local services. These are the things that the people need. If you're able to provide this to them, this is why you are being asked to be in that office. So I believe that this call is in the right direction. Accountability and fairness is what should be the hallmark of the assembly as we speak. They should do collaborations more often. Development should be on top priority. And of course, they shouldn't be stampeding the work of some other agencies. We don't want to see that EP has said we've sanctioned this person and assembly has gone to say these are people, so you allow the people to go. Those interference, I think that bad interference, political interference, assembly interference, all these things should also leave. And I think that when all these things are practiced well as we speak here, we can say it well, but it's the doing that is the problem now. So we want to take the action from the talk to the work, and once that is done, we are going to have a very better community to live in. So kudos to the team, kudos to them as they continue. I believe that more ideas should come out from those meetings so that we can really shape the local governance system as we are all speaking about.
All right, thank you. I'm not seeing your message. You're talking about Kwasasa you and by the fireside. Kwasasa you, yeah. Okay,
so
all right.
Somebody sent me a message that they said Togbe doesn't drink beer, so I should send whiskey rather.
That was cheap.
He said I should send whiskey rather.
That was cheap. How do you do that to her?
Okay, anyway. So Togbe, we change it.
All right, so that is it from the side of our presiding members. So we need more of people coming on board for development. This time it's all about development. How best do we bring the youth on board to collaborate with the other ones that we call the senior citizens in building our country. We'll end it here. It's been a long one with you, bringing you all the updates on the news and views segment. I want to leave music with you. Come back for the opinion segment. This is Global 105.1. We are back soon after this.
Easy. Big girl coming for the big pansala. Everything I do, know they beat my style. Right to the beats, know they beat my brother. No fugazi for the girl, she a bada. Time to lick your screen, peanut butter. Living on my big dreams, no further. Right to the beats, know they beat my brother. No fugazi for the girl, she a bada. I no need to para. This girl is fire. This girl is sitting every note without a paper. She just a knock up. Now you the leg up. No need to stand on TV, so she very gallant. Fall on me. All the job blessings for me body. Any guy stress me, I know it. Big things for me only. Fall on me. All the job blessings for me body. Any guy stress me, I know it. Big things for me only. Sweeter than honey. Ding-a-ling-a-ling my soul. Ding-a-ling-a-ling my soul. Moving to the beat, no slow-mo.
Making your morning rush fun. The Global Morning Show.
Moving to the beat, no slow-mo. I see the only. Sweeter than honey, ting-a-ling-a-ling my soul. Ting-a-ling-a-ling my soul. Moving to the beat, no slow-mo. Sweeter than honey, ting-a-ling-a-ling my soul. Ting-a-ling-a-ling my soul. Moving to the beat, no slow-mo.
Odofo, what's mosquito spray and in a coil? I'ma just wire the dead deno. A Care Plus mosquito spray and in a coil. Ekum tuntum, entefre, soncrosio, entatia, nebemawa daho. Care Plus de, adjibebia.
Minia me kanfo Care Plus mosquito spray at the mount. Na me kanfo ne kwe enso at the mount. Na abuo biara nompe eninimuno. Care Plus no what tenseno na sham. Oh my God, you can kill me slothfully. Ukojaswa and so tall.
Leave the room for 15 minutes after spraying and don't sleep in the room with the burning coil. FDA AG Ejedi Kratuyatu.
With the fear of a child, I did not pick it.
Media promo. At the Prime Estate, the trusted name behind affordable land in Ho, Shire Hills, Hohoe, and Dambai wishes to announce to our clients and the general public that our media promo is on. Remember, Adepa Prime Estate is a trusted brand that has partnered with a number of institutions, including the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, Volta NOT Region, and Ghana Pharmaceutical Society, Volta NOT Region. Take advantage of Adepa Prime Estate media promo and grab a piece of land and also become your own landlord. Grab a plot of land at Hohoe Ekpeme High for just 18,000 Ghana cedis instead of 20,000 Ghana cedis, and Ho Pengwe for just 15,000 Ghana cedis and 20,000 Ghana cedis at Sunrise. Remember, we give free site plans and indentures. Our lands comes with access to constant electricity, potable water, motorable roads, and we have a strong track record of providing genuine lands at competitive prices. Visit our Hohoe office located adjacent Star Oil filling station in the same block as Tego Enterprise, and our whole office is located at KK House, first floor. For more info, call 0248 965 288 or 0240 048 612. Adepa Prime Estate, quality yet affordable.
Bobo Victor Electronics triple reduction me de no passage fala botolutwe eya ifiabe me de asioji gadejike to 10 July verse the 9th August me de asiabo special promo wonatome ye na fle de car ahode kakpeden gede me fa jodo fe de sia de le wonaya me na fle 32 inches TV 1,150 Ghana cedis, 1.5 horsepower air conditioner 2,990 Ghana cedis, tabletop refrigerator 1,590 Ghana cedis, 100-liter chest freezer 2,200 Ghana cedis, 200-liter chest freezer 3,400 Ghana cedis, Samsung A05 1,020 Ghana cedis, Samsung A16 1,890 Ghana cedis, kettle 89 Ghana cedis, sewing machine 880 Ghana cedis, 7 kg washing machine 1,650 Ghana cedis, keypad phone 90 Ghana cedis, gas cooker 1,580 Ghana cedis. Bubu gedeo. Don kujibe wana aje go mecho 10 July verse the 9th August. Eyi ganyu nyebe wana ununa na vovovo abe kettle, blender, meat grinder, gas stove. Bubu gedeo. Akpo Victor Electronics le RTC tede Ghana Commercial Banku aga akpo le Ho Banku tede NIB Bank le MTN office tede Star Life Insurance for kanao hena nume koko 0242 959 795 allo 0257 025 625.
Victor Electronics, your electronics superstore.
All right, so 23 on 9. We have spent so much on 9 already, and a few minutes we have. We'll do the opinion segment. We have been joined in studio by the NSS Communications team member, Mr. Mawuli Hoto Wogbeyi. Good morning.
Good morning, Jojo. I hope you're fine.
How well are you doing?
It's looking good on you already, so I think that I don't need to. What I see. What I see.
That glitters is no gold.
what I see is that the grace of the Lord is good upon you this morning. The research agenda is reflecting on you. So me dapena mau the jogbenye ble amen veve kele Ghana dukoji gawo popo viama aja jamle mi kata mi apagba maba emnu yo kaji the good governance that we are experiencing is showing in our skin irrespective of our what do you call it, our individual situations at home or whatever. That I see that on you, and
so all these ones you're saying is just for me.
Oh no, it's all
me.
for you. Yes, it's all for you. And I'm not seeing our listeners, but I hope that they are fine, and I want to wish all of them very good morning this morning. My MP, Honorable Richmond Kofi Edem Potosu. Good morning to him this morning. And then my MC, of course. We see there are people who work like a submarine. When they are working, they don't make noise. They are not empty barrels. They don't make noise, but they work. One of such people is our MC, Honorable Stephen Adom.
I hope this will be the same for everyone, because you'll be the same people who will be saying that. How do you know that you are working?
He's working, and so it takes us.
Or at this time,
it takes us to trumpet his works. He doesn't need to be making noise like we have seen in the past.
What do you call noise?
Oh, of course, we have seen people who have occupied that position making noise every time, and then little is seen in what they do. But Stephen Adom, you see, you will hear of him even when you don't expect him to be at a certain place. Before you realize he's past that place. Yes, he's always on the ground, going to places, going into the communities and seeing the real challenges on the ground. And with the one that he can touch immediately, he's putting steps in place to touch them. That's when you see people who are working. You will hear of new things happening in Ho. He's not on radio making noise about them. So we, the communicators, will talk, and the people of Ho will speak about the things he's doing.
So
that's what I'm trying to say.
It's a noise, if MC Ivan in the radio, Zereka, Manna to come to no anyabe. No, you made the to mele way. No be agbe. If a government accountability series is ongoing, would you call that one to noise?
No, Jijo, you're misconstruing everything.
I'm not. I'm only
if you the media invite the MC to come. If you the media invite the MC to come, you give him a schedule to come and brief you on the things he's doing. Honorable Stephen Adom will be glad to come and brief you. But we are talking about when the MC himself. When without any provocation he takes phone and call. We have seen those things before. We'll call radio stations and then we hear noise a lot.
Let's go from that.
And so Stephen Adom is not doing that. What I see is that before you know or hear, then some good thing is happening, or you see something good is happening, or you hear of him in a certain community that you thought that the MC couldn't have gone there, but he's there. That's how we know that the man is on the ground, he's working. So I'm grateful that we have a man in the caliber of him that is manning the affairs of the Whole Municipal Assembly as we speak.
Bernard Bediako.
Yes.
Beidou wins NDC parliamentary primary.
Yes, of course.
In Akwetia. Let me just get a detail to our listeners. We'll not waste much on this one. It's not a lot. The election is September 2. So it therefore means that you will tell us. Her lawyer, Bernard Bediako Beidou, has emerged victorious in the National Congress, Democratic Congress, and this is parliamentary primary for the Akwetia constituency. Beidou, who currently serves as the constituency secretary of the NDC, secured 380 votes out of the 980 valid ballots cast, defeating two other contenders, his own clients, and former member of parliament for Akwetia, Harry Boachi Yadum, and Rasmus Okone Ali, with popularly known as Asanka Puyoyo. So Rasmus Kone Ali received 366 votes, while Harry Boachi Yadom garnered 226 votes. The Eastern Regional Director of the Electoral Commission, John Apia Bafo, declared Bernard Bediako Bedu the winner following the official count. With the victory, Bedu will represent the NDC in the upcoming by-election on September 2, 2025, where he will face Solomon Asumedu, the candidate for the New Patriotic Party. All right. So when the Akwetia MP, the late, his demise news, broke, we heard a lot of people say NDC, should just leave this for the NPP out of sympathy. Let them just go without you going into an election. But it seems from the party that no, you want to contest. You want to win that seat. Now you have someone to represent, or that will be on the ticket of the NDC. Tell us something.
Definitely, the NDC had a strong conviction right from 2024, December 7th election, that we had won that election, that Boachi Yadom had won the election. And so, if you recall, we were hard on that matter. We had gone into legalities, gone to court. We have tried to injunct late Ernest Komi from carrying himself as the MP, because the Electoral Commission, through some shenanigans, declared him winner. When we know with our votes and tallies, know that Yadom won the election. So as fate will have it, Ernest Komi couldn't live to complete even the so-called declaration and carry himself as MP. You know that they were fighting that matter in court with the NDC. So now, what will be will be. Somebody will say, Gagrafa, Gagrafa. What is written is written. We believe that that seat in this 9th parliament should not be for the NPP. The people of Akwetia, just like all other Ghanaians, have given the NDC an overwhelming endorsement all across the country. Akwetia people have also demonstrated that, even in 2024. And so we knew that Boachi Yadom had won that seat, not Ernest Komi. So fate
took you to clear the way. Election. Yadom took you to election.
Yes.
And you were convinced that he won, and now you are bringing in Bernard Bediako.
Yes, that is the beauty of democracy, and it's the beauty of the democracy that the NDC practice. So that era of the 7th December 2024 election has ended. That ends Yadom's candidacy on the ticket of the NDC. And so if the people, the delegates, the NDC delegates over there believe that he should go, of course they would have
given
come
him
out and give him another mandate to contest again. But
so this clearly shows that they don't want him.
No, it's not that they don't want him. At a point in time in December, they selected him, or they elected him to represent the party.
And he did.
And he gave a very, very good contest to Ernest Komi. Ernest Komi knew that he didn't win that election, but for the shenanigans of EC, declared him the winner. So the people of Akwetia, in addition to our party delegates over there, believed in Boachi Yadom, as a matter of fact. But of course, times change, people change, people's ideologies change, people's beliefs change. So between December 7th to now, people have seen another trend, and it is always normal for people to change their mind. So now they settle on lawyer Bedu, and I think it's normal. See, This is the beauty of democracy.
So do you have a contest?
We have a contest and we are winning the seat. See, if the delegate who presented Boakye Yadom in a matter of 7 months can decide to present a lawyer, it tells you that lawyer has an upper hand in the first place. Maybe if at the time of our primaries in 2023, if lawyer Beidou had presented himself, maybe they would have settled on him. But in his absence, they decided to settle on, Boakye Yadom. So now the lawyer has come. The enthusiasm is back.
And they decided to give it to him. With your own client.
No. Let us not use their relationships to mar the beauty of what happened.
No, but still, we'll talk about it because
it is not illegal. It is not illegal. You are my friend, and you know that we do relate very well. Mm-hmm. You and I do relate.
You're my
very
lawyer.
Well.
Let's say.
You can even be my husband. Okay, I could be your husband, but if the two of us share same ambition, I'm contesting, you want to contest the same position, and we decide that, okay, fine, let's present ourselves. Who the people believe in, they should give the nod to the person, and they choose me over you. It's normal.
Why not me over you? Why should it be you over me?
I'm into work. So if the people settle on lawyer Beidou today instead of Boakye Yadom, I see it as though the people have seen a new energy that's probably higher than even Boakye Yadom himself, and so they decided to go for him. That tells you that whoever the MPP is presenting, Akwetia people will not mind them. If I were them,
how do you know?
Because Boakye Yadom gave Ernest Kumi a run for their money. Ernest Kumi did not win the election.
They call sympathy
now this is the very person, the person Boakye Yadom who Ernest Kumi could not win easily. The people, our delegates, have presented somebody higher, somebody more stronger, somebody more passionate, somebody they believe in more strongly than Boakye Yadom. That tells you that the contest is even going to be more keener, more competitive, more stronger for the MPP than what Ernest Kumi faced. So if I were them, now that they're even bringing somebody that they have to impose the person on the party, on the people over there. They didn't even allow the delegates to choose themselves. You hear the story over there. They say if you will not bring Amase, they will go and vote for the NDC. And they decided to impose this new guy on the party. So I tell you that the MPP in Akwetia is already very disorganized. And I can tell you that their own people, not only our people, but their own people inclusive, will come out and vote for Lawyer Beidou on September 2nd. Yes. And so we'll be here. I know some of us feel like we should go, but I don't think we need to. The Akwetia is going to be very peaceful. And so we'll be here and watch it. And Lawyer Beidou will go into Parliament as soon as possible on the ticket of the NDC.
All right. September 2 will tell us.
Definitely.
At the end of the day.
Definitely.
Away from that, so that's it. And the NDC, they have a representative. Someone to represent them on the ticket going into the Akwetia by-election. Lawyer Beidou. Okay, so away from that, let's look at something from the cocoa sector, where government raises cocoa producer price by over 60% for 2025-2026 season. The government of Ghana has announced a major increase in the producer price of cocoa for the 2025-2026 season, raising it from $3,100 to $5,040 per ton, at 62.58% increase in dollar terms.
Yes.
The decision was taken by the Producer Price Review Committee, PPRC, chaired by the Minister for Finance, Dr. Kisel Atto-Forson, ahead of the new cocoa season, which opens Thursday, August 7, 2025. Let me bring this quote from the minister. It is instructive to note that the government has, by this decision, increased the producer price significantly by 62.58% in the US dollar terms, the minister said. This new price represents 70% of the gross free on board value of $7,200 per ton, aligning with President John Mahama's promise to pay cocoa farmers 70% of the FOB price. In comparison, the previous NPP administration set the FOB value at $4,850 per ton for the 2024-2025 season, and the producer price at $3,100, which represents 63.9% of the FOB, despite better global market prices at the time. The government explained that the new gross FOB value was calculated using outstanding contracts for 100,000 tons sold at $2,600 per ton in the 2023-2024 crop season, as well as forecasts for the upcoming season, at an average exchange rate of 10 Ghana cedis, 25 pesos to $1. The new producer price in CD terms is 51,660 Ghana cedis per ton, up from 49,600 Ghana cedis, which translates to 3,228 Ghana cedis, 0.75 per 64 kg bag. To protect farmers against income loss from the CD strength, the government had maintained the CD equivalent, that is the $3,100 per ton, at 16 Ghana cedis to $1 for several months, amounting to 1,114 Ghana cedis subsidy per bag sold since Q2 2025. Let me bring on this one. Finally, the intervention by government moved the farmer share of FOB from 63.9% to over 99%, the minister stated.
You see, so this is yet another moment where we can say kudos to Dr. Kessel Atoforsen, because since he took over the finance ministry, all we have seen, it's day in, day out, back to back good news. He has demonstrated that there are people who can be disciplined to manage the fiscal policies of our country and to turn the economy around. This is a good news for cocoa farmers, and I hope that our gallant farmers within the Volta region and then the whole municipality are listening. Government has increased their cocoa producer price, and so now if you have cocoa, this is the best time to begin to prepare it and go and sell, so that you earn more money. Gijo, you see, when the MTP was giving the cocoa farmers 3,100 within the previous year, and they were touting it, they were making noise up and down as if that has never happened before, and there is no way the NDC can do anything better than 3,100. That was representing 60% of the FOB price, the free on board price. 63%. And they thought that the NDC government, if the Ghanaian people give us the opportunity to come, there is no way we will do anything better than that, because they had hit the ceiling. Nothing better than the 3,100 can happen today. We are giving the cocoa farmer 3,228 Ghana cedis per bag. Now, if you check the world market price, that 3,100 is about 70% of a bag of cocoa in the world market price. When the NPP was giving them 63%, we are now giving them 70%. So when people say nobody can do it better than us, I think by now those people will have to shut their mouth. But for me, what is interesting to me is that you notice that when the NPP was giving the cocoa farmers 3,100, the exchange rate at that time was 16 cedis. So if you convert the world market price, $44,800 in 2024, and the cedi was doing 16 cedis to $1. If you convert it, they were supposed to give, if they actually want to give, let's say 70% of that to the farmers, they were supposed to give the farmers over 4,200. But they limit that, and we're giving them 3,100. But when the NDC government came into power, between January to June, government has kept the 3,100 price for the farmers, even though we had brought the cedi, the exchange rate down. In effect, now that the exchange rate has gone down, the farmers, if we're like Cote d'Ivoire, that they use diplomatic exchange rate reduction pricing in their products in cocoa in Cote d'Ivoire. What it means is that anytime the exchange rate fluctuates, either go up or come down, the cocoa price also adjusts automatically. So if the exchange rate increase beyond any threshold, it will affect, or it will also increase the price of cocoa in Cote d'Ivoire the same way. In the same way, if it reduces, it will also affect the cocoa price in Cote d'Ivoire the same way. If Ghana were using that kind of formula here, what it means is that when the NPP was giving Ghanaian 3,100 with an exchange rate of 16 cedis to the dollar, when we brought the exchange rate down from 16 cedi to 10 cedi 40%, what it means is that cocoa prices would have come down to about 1,900. But do you know what government did? Government decided to shore up that price, even though the exchange rate has come down. Government decided to shore up, maintain the 3,100 for the farmers. So all the people who were selling cocoa when the exchange rate was coming down, government was actually cushioning them to maintain the 3,100 that NPP was giving them with the higher exchange rate. Now, as if that is not enough, when government want to review the price window for the new cocoa season, government decided to give them 70%, which is actually an increment. So the farmer is not worse off at any point in time. I can confidently tell you that cocoa farmers, are better off under NDC than compared to the NPP. See, it doesn't even end here at just increasing their prices. Government is thinking of other things to do to better the lot for the people who are doing the work of cocoa farming for us in this country. Because cocoa remains one of our strongest foreign exchange earner, or one of our cherished commodities that brings it for us into this country. And so government is not only increasing the farm gate price for the farmers, government is also reintroducing the free fertilizer for cocoa farmers. The NPP, when they were giving them 3,100, they were asking the farmers to buy the fertilizer. So the farmers will take 3,100 per bag and now go and buy fertilizer from it. to apply to their trees. Now, government, after increasing the price to 3,228, government is also going to give free fertilizers to the farmers. So, in fact, if we are supposed to even use the cocoa sector alone to judge, the MPP should not come back to power. They should not even be talking about, cocoa issues around cocoa price or cocoa production in this country, because we knew that production has gone down significantly under their watch. We were doing over 9,540 metric tons before we gave them power in 2017. But before they were leaving power, they were doing below 5,000 metric tons. Now, because they were not giving fertilizers to farmers, they were not doing free spraying of seedlings to farmers anymore, these things affected production.
But we heard from the then finance minister when the same season we were talking about, cocoa prices and all of that. They also said they saw the rise in prices because the government, gave, some incentives to this.
No, you see, all the good things, the NDC government was giving the farmers free spraying of cocoa trees and seedlings. The NDC was giving farmers free fertilizer. They came to government and they abolished all those policies. They were not giving the free fertilizer to the farmers anymore. They were asking the farmers to buy the fertilizer themselves. They were not spraying the cocoa seedlings for the farmers anymore. They were asking the farmers to do all that by themselves. And the reason is that they have increased their price. So now they have money to spend to do those things by themselves. What does NDC government come back into power to do again? We have maintained their price, we have increased their price, and we are bringing back free fertilizer, free spraying to the farmers. That has not even ended over there. I think a few days ago, government has introduced scholarship for farmers or for the children of cocoa farmers. So, in fact, if I decide to go into cocoa farming right now, what it means is that my children will have the opportunity to benefit from that government scholarship if they want to go into, or if they want to attend school. So, farmers within the cocoa production belts within the country, Volta region has some quantity that we do. The eastern region, the Ashanti region, the western region, all the regions that do cocoa farming. Now there is government big issue or big incentive of scholarship for their children. So this is
now
three.
You may be the next one, because the story we have next to do has to do with the introduction of the scholarship. It's not a new thing, so not to say introduction, but the launch of it.
Yes.
Okay, government launches, scholarship for tertiary. That's the tertiary scholarship scheme for children of cocoa farmers.
Yes.
If this initiative, which according to the story aims to improve access to higher education for students from cocoa growing areas, recognizing the vital role cocoa plays in Ghana's economy and the need to support the families who drive this sector, the scholarship program, a collaborative effort between the Ghana Cocoa Board and the Ministry of Education, is set to provide financial assistance for tuition fees, accommodation, and stipends for eligible students pursuing various tertiary education programs across the country. The finance minister, said on Monday.
This is so the NDC
so
government.
That of the lot of SHS, Mikwater Nevo, and then we are, launching, tertiary boosting
SHS
higher education.
SHS. The free SHS is even better under John Mahama. See, the NDC government is teaching the MPP how to actually implement a free senior high school education. Have you heard any noise around free SHS anymore? No. The quality is now what we are experiencing. And so there's no noise. Teachers are no more complaining. Everything they are looking for, government is providing as much as possible. So free SHS
including
cover.
the textbooks apart from feeding that you just mentioned.
Feeding is a huge issue. As a matter of fact, it is the biggest issue that the NPP government could not manage. And government is handling that excellently. No noise around it anymore. So the people who brought the free SHS, now we are teaching them how to do it better. Because we're telling them in opposition, they were not listening. Now they have to sit back and watch how it's done. That's not all. So the children from the cocoa farming belts, they when it comes to secondary education, free SHS is there to cater for them. Now government is not limiting it to them attending school up to free SHS and then that's all, or up to secondary school and that's all. Government is extending scholarship packages to them so that they can complete school even up to the tertiary. So you see, if I'm a cocoa farmer right now, it means that my worry will only be for basic education up to GSS. Right from there, after GSS, my child will go into secondary school under government, free SHS, under this and this government, better education. Then when they complete school, my child will have the benefit of going to even tertiary, free. That is not to say that the no fee stress policy will not affect them. It will still affect them anyway. Do you understand? So if you are going to any tertiary institution and you are a child of a cocoa farmer, what it means is that you have government scholarship, you still benefit from the no fee stress policy. So it's the packages are just too much for the people who are into cocoa farming. And so, see, I should think that this should be the game changer for all the cocoa, the regions that produce cocoa. That the only government that can actually look out for your good and your interests is the NDC government. And to hell with the people, the naysayers, the people who boast, who make all the noise as if they have the keys to good governance. And yet, when they are given the opportunity, what we see is actually how not to govern a country. To hell with them. And I think we need to wake up. Ghanaians need to wake up to the fact that there are people who have the genuine heart to develop this country. Those people should be given the opportunity. Those people should be policed. Those people should be supported, even if criticized. Let's do constructive criticism just in order to put government in checks so that they can deliver on the good mandate, on the good policies that they decided to, implement for our own benefit. So this is one of NDC's pro-poor policies, targeting the very, very honorable and ordinary and vulnerable people in society. And I think we need to applaud government. We need to applaud the finance minister, Dr. Atufosin. Say, may God bless you for all the things that you are doing to this country. May God continue to bless you.
All right. So all of this that we are saying now, come 2028, will be the final determiner.
I'm not sure the MPP will stand any chance in 2028.
All the good things that the NDC, according to you and the other communicators, are saying that
yes,
are doing for them.
Gijo, do you think that with all the things that is happening right now, Ghanaians will, by any witchcraft or whatever, confuse themselves to vote for the NPP? How? To come and do what? To come and do what? We know what they have done, what they promised, and what they came to deliver for the past 8 years. The NDC is just doing, have just been given a mandate for 4 years. And within 7 months, see the kind of things that are happening. 7 months. By the time we hit 4 years, the roads we'll see in our communities, the roads we'll see, linking and the market will build all across this country. John Mahama is noted for infrastructure. And I can tell you that man, the legacies he will leave at the end of his first this first 4 years of this new NDC government, legacies that John Mahama will leave, the NPP cannot contest. I advise them they should go and change their name from MPP to something else, so that Ghanaians will probably forget that they are the same people, and then maybe want to consider them. But for 2028, I will not even, in my wildest imagination, think that MPP will get. What did they get in 2024? 38. I'm not sure they will come close to 38% in 2028.
All right. So this is the legacy term of the President John Dramani Mahama.
Of course.
So
of course.
We are not done with a year yet.
Of course.
Let's just say 7 months, 6 months of his administration. More years ahead of us.
Akakati mukbelela. Ezama. Avec hele jo big bay. Akakati ngwakwele.
Akakati nwake.
7 months. Look at what is happening. See, the MPP, this miniature minority they have in parliament, they'll lose more seats in 2028.
All right.
They'll lose more seats. I doubt if they'll have up to 50 MPs in
is
parliament.
That your wish?
As a matter of fact, I wish they lose more. Come down to 30 so that we can, find a small place for them to stay in parliament, because even with the 87 they have, they'll lose Akwiti and come down to 86. What has come out of their stay in parliament?
You have to tell the majority, and they still want Akwetia.
Yes.
In addition. All right.
The reason is simple. I'll tell you in 1 minute. The people of Ghana do not want the MPP. The people of Akwetia have demonstrated that they wanted an NDC MP. And so we will give that to them.
All right. That will be decided on September 2. Thank you, Mr. Hoto Wogbe Maoli, for joining us. Sincerely apologies we couldn't give you the time to phone into the program. Our time is up. But thank you for doing the listening from the very start of the program to this minute that we have come to the end of today's edition, Tuesday Market Day, of the Global Morning Show. To our viewers on Facebook, we are grateful. And those who call in, the concerned citizens, you can head the lightning system on our streets in the various communities. We are also grateful. Tomorrow is another day. We will be back for more. Stay on for the rest of our programs on this airwaves. My name is Joyce Jijo Afola.